Hello, my name is Seraclin, a masquerade demon VTuber, and today we're going to be doing a little bit different than usual. Oh, hello there. 17. Yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit something different today. So today's going to be a drawing stream and a little bit of chatting too about my stuff and how I do my, my avatar and all that stuff. So just let me get the thing set up. So let's see. Oh yeah. By the way, can you? Is everything looking good? Is making sure you can hear me and everything. The music isn't too loud. I do have some music set up in the background, but I'm not sure if it's. Oh, hello, Sakura. Wait a minute. Isn't it? Still, I keep forgetting you're in 12 hours ahead of time, Jeremiah. Hopefully it's not too long. Too loud. I think I have it set up here. So, by the way, if you're wondering about what my setup is, I use Clip Studio Paint. I think it's the second tier version. I don't remember. Never mind. Anyways, I also use a Huion Canvas 13 to draw. I'm not sure if you could see my pen. Oh, you can see my pen. Interesting. Okay. Wait. Something's wrong. Oh, it's because I have it. Okay. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with drawing programs, Clip Studio Paint is kind of stream 1 hour. My goodness, I won't sleep. I'm not sleepy. Say so. We're trying to make her not say so. It's not like I'm say so. It's more like that I just happen to it's like talking about if, for example, if you talk about sports and stuff, you're like, huh, do you like talking about sports? It depends. It's like that kind of thing, right? So today, I already have the line art mostly done. I already beforehand, because otherwise you would just be spending five hours watching me just doodle circles and just trying to get the general shape. So this is actually just a drawing myself. If you want to see the draft, I actually have it right here. So this is the original draft I got. I do use a reference of just using my picture, and it kind of helps a lot, especially. The thing that people don't really realize about art, if you're not an art person, is that you can use references to help you draw. I don't know what kind of caused it for people to not use references. Like it's cheating or something, but it's technically not cheating, in my opinion. Because how else would you draw? Look at trying to start your sport. You mentioned biceps, triceps, and triceratops. Okay, silent vocals is on a whole other thing. Also, I think I made this chat box a little too big, so you cannot see anything I'm talking about. So let me just make it. No, too small, too big. I'll just put it like that size. Okay, there we go. Sorry, this is my first time doing a setup like this. So this is Clip Studio Paint. If anyone's not familiar with this program. So I did the line art this is how I do my line art. I just use a regular pencil tool in Clip Studio Paint. It's literally just a default dark pencil. Also, if the screen is a wonky dimension, it's because my 13-inch drawing tablet is not the same resolution as the desktop. So, as it's not like a 1920 by 1080. It's not the same. When's my birthday? I think, when did it pass? It passed already. It was in January. January 8th-ish? Yeah, January 8th. Just making sure. I'm like, wait a minute, how old am I? Yeah. I think my internet got literally fixed the day after my birthday. So, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I literally had no internet the whole day because the guys were digging out the line. So, we had no internet. So, back to the drawing part. So I did the liner with just a regular dark pencil. I'm not a professional artist, by the way, before we start out with this. I don't have any professional art experience. I maybe took one art class in high school or something, and that's about it. So I am mostly self-taught in terms of art and all that other stuff. And I also have... my names for things are really, really bad. Don't look at my naming scheme. It's final drawing .jpg. But... okay, so let me see. Okay, so actually first I can, before we start the drawing, I can go walk through my original designs for the stream. R-rated. I think YouTube will shut me down before we even get the chance to do that. So, no. All art, well, technically it starts off when I draw it just ends up being regular shape. So I don't have a good, let me see if I can find a thingamajig. Don't look at my layer names. My layer names are really bad. It's basically whatever I can type. It's just gonna be layer 1, 2, 3. So let's see. One of my first art concepts was... I'm sorry. I'm looking at the screen and looking at OBS at the same time. I want to draw you weapons. I can't Okay, I'm really bad at drawing inanimate objects. Also, chat is on my big monitor, so I have you guys on my main monitor instead of my drawing tablet because I'm using the drawing tablet right now. So if you see me looking down to the left, that's usually where I look at chat, but now it's my drawing tablet. So it's a combination of me getting distracted and me like, oh, wait a minute. So let me see. So this is one of the first designs I had. It was originally going to be, I do like black and white because it happens to, when I look to the right, it looks all the way over here. Because I have it centered to look I have it centered to look in the middle of the screen. In between my like monitor and drawing tablet. So when I look down, this is where me looking at the drawing tablet. And when I'm looking at chat, I'm looking at this way. So, I mean, wait, maybe I should have put a chat on the other side. Because you guys are really far away. Like, you guys are all the way over here. You're in top take. You're right, like... okay. Wait, oh, I forgot to grab water. Oh, whatever. We'll leave the water. Okay, so let's see. Where did I put all my drawings? So I do have, like, several iterations. So this is one of my first iterations. You could tell that I like the horns. The horns are one of the first parts of the concept. Also, I suck at drawing body proportions. So if you notice that... it just takes me a few hours to get it going if I don't use a reference. It's recommendation. Please use references when drawing humans because I can't imagine a human in my head too well. I think I have... Let's see. One of the things I had was if you can see it with slightly colored. I was thinking of a pink, purple, and red and white motif, but honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do black and white or not. The capes. So a lot of this. Oh, hello, Tuning Fork. Yeah, we just got started. So today we're talking about our concept art and stuff. My concept art and stuff. One of the things that I noticed is that Vvoid... So my model is made using Vvoid. If you're not familiar with that, it's on Steam. It's a free-to-use 3D anime, I guess, design program made by Pixev, I believe. I'm not sure about Pixev. I believe that's the same Japanese company that makes, the image hosting site that most artists use. So... this is my first iteration. Now, the reason why we didn't go with this is because, number one, this cape part on the bottom. So, Vvoid has some physical limitations in terms of what you can do with the model. So, anything with the legs like this, with anything that goes past your legs, it starts getting a little janky. Because basically, there are certain, like, clothing types you can use. So, for example, like a dress or, like, pants, right? So dresses don't really look good in Vvoid. Like they basically, if you just cut out the transparent part, I'm not sure if you can see my mouth, but if you cut out this transparent part basically, and then keep the back part, it looks like a dress that's moving kind of. But the problem is the bottom parts don't flow out and flare out like I would like it to. So that was one of the designs that I didn't use. Also, things like these little accessories are also really difficult. So the mask always was an iteration. This was not a debate. So I like mask. Mask would never leave. I do like jewelry like this, but collars and these kind of like shoulder pad things were not like... So you notice that my model doesn't have anything protruding from it because by default, most things in Vvoid are like a bodysuit. So there's not really anything that can protrude from your body besides like things like hair objects. So unless you have most things are just basically a painted on texture if you think about it. So anything that protrudes like this require 3D modeling using a tool like Blender. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about Blender to model any of these kind of things. So these kind of things were not like feasible technically to my skill level, considering that I only have like I'm not a 3D artist, I'm not a 2D artist. But I do know some basic art. So drawing is one thing I can do at least. Also, yeah, so anything that has things protruding like this don't go well in Vvoid. Also, I suck at drawing things that look like rocks or metal. I'm really bad at drawing at. So, wait, I just realized my mouse goes across the screen. Okay, never mind. Anyways, so that was one design. And it just doesn't... I wasn't sold on having a skirt. Basically, you won't see the bottom half of my body half the time. So it didn't really matter anyways. So this is one of the... another one of my designs. So for this one, I was thinking more of like I like a corset type of thing. If you're familiar with like Ouija, not Ouija. How do I pronounce it? It was I can spell it. Ougi. It's a subtype of Lolita fashion. If you're familiar with that. It's kind of like if I had to describe it, it's like a princely type of fashion. Now, obviously, I have skirts and stuff, so that kind of breaks it. Or I kind of like a Victorian style kind of thing, so with corsets and stuff. The only thing is that with corsets is that all the emphasis would be on the lower half of the body. So a lot, you notice this would have a lot of lower emphasis on the frilly parts. Again, frills don't happen well. Can't get actual frills in Vroid. You would just basically draw a picture of a frill, put it onto a flat skirt, and that would give the appearance of frills, but it wouldn't actually be frills. So things with corsets and stuff would be kind of like, I would put more in the bottom part. I guess it's too bottom heavy. So for this one, I thought about putting the horns more on the side. Again with the jewelry, a slightly asymmetrical type of corset. But then you still can't really see it. Frills, again, does not step out well. This is a bit closer to my final design. I do like the colors blue and purple and gold. Blue, purple, and gold are my main things. Black and white are something that can go well with it, too. Again, we have the corset design. I always like these like little flare out. I don't know what you call them. Like not caplets. Not collars. I don't know what the words. But I do like blazer types. But again, I can't draw bows. I don't know how to draw a bow. It doesn't ever turn out right. And then I always was consistent with having the hair kind of short, but I was very like wishy-washy on how I would have the hair. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna do a short bob cut. Or you could see that I have it more like slightly like an overhang fringe or like side swept bangs. Okay, I have a model that I was iterating with orange sage. I actually do have a model that has sage with it, but the only thing with that is that I have a model with sage, but you can do glasses in Vroid, yes. The only problem is my biggest emphasis, like when you see the top of my Vroid model, you're only seeing literally the top half of the body. You only will see like literally from here to here. So you won't see anything below that. So if my main part was going to be glasses, you wouldn't see any. I mean, like the problem is you can't put a mask and glasses with each other. So I was like, wait a minute. I can only have one eye accessory. You can't have both glasses and mask. I mean, kind of weird if you think about it. You never seen a character that wears mask and glasses. Unless it's like a gas mask kind of style. But I was looking for more like a Venetian style mask. So if you're familiar like the Phantom of the Opera or like Carnival, it's kind of that kind of mask. But so I was like, wait a minute. You can't do mask and glasses at the same time. So that was out. I was like, that iteration of like things with glasses did not last for very long. I do have another. I did think about another model with glasses, but glasses mask. You know. I was like thinking, if you think of like superheroes and their glasses mask, like Spider-Man, that wasn't gonna work. Okay. It was not gonna work. So like this one got to a more final iteration. You might recognize this one on the thumbnail a little bit. So on the eyes, I was thinking I could do something different with the eyes. This was with a bob haircut. This was just in case, like I was thinking if my computer couldn't handle it, I would have a PNG model instead. But I made a 3D model, which I guess the 3D model is more versatile, but the PNG model is a lot more, what would you say, computationally efficient. Short hair girl. Yeah, I do like short hair. I'm not a big fan of long hair. Number one, because you won't see it, because it'll go off the screen. So anything fancy with long hair, you won't really see. So I like most of it, keeping it up in short hair. And then, so there was a thing where I really like purple. So the only thing is that the complementary color to purple, if you're familiar with like there's like opposite colors. So there's like orange and blue are opposing colors. This is not the correct term for these things, but there is color theory in play. So if you ever are curious about color theory, look up a guide about color theory and how like colors will go. So for example, red and green are opposite on the color wheel. So that's why sometimes in real, like when you use real art, not like digital art, like in physical art, when you color things and mixing things, you would blend it with green in order to make it, like obviously you could take, black, mix it with red, get darker red, right? But if you want to make sure your shadows actually have a little bit of color and aren't too like drabbed out and unsaturated, you would mix in a little bit of green instead and use green to shade it with some red. But digital art's a little bit different, obviously. Some of the main colors still apply, like blue plus red equals purple. But digital art does have its own roles too. So you like, you know, it's mainly RGB instead of the primary colors red, yellow, blue in physical art. So there is a slight difference in that. So if you're not familiar with this color wheel, by the way, so there's a left to right is the saturation. Top to down is the luminosity, which is basically how bright and dark it is. So white here, black here, and then I think this way was the, what was it? This part, the circular part is the hue. So if you can see it here, this is the hue saturation value. So saturation is basically how much color there is. Hue is what color it is. Value is how light or dark the color is. If you're wondering what this HZV thing, there's also these other ones. This is for CMYK. I don't really know. This is I don't really use this color theory. I mean this color setting. This is for what do you call it? Printmaking. This is for if you're doing physical prints. RGB. So slash one color, recolor layer to layer. I don't like it. Yeah, you can just if you're familiar with digital art, you can always just like, you know, make a new layer, recolor it, whatever. There's also like multiply layers and stuff, so you can like look at the layers and stuff. So this actually, wait a minute. By the way, I forgot to mention on this PNG model. So you'll notice mainly some of the motifs are basically the same. We always have a cravat because I really like having a cravat, a somewhat corseted middle part. Long sleeves, shorts. By the way, I am wearing shorts in this model. I'll zoom out when I get to it. And then I can't draw shoes, by the way. So no shoes. You never will see my feet, basically, unless I show you guys it. Because you'll notice all my streams, I'm basically only in the upper half of the body. You'll never basically see the lower half. So yeah, so a lot of the stuff will be focused on, you see most of the elements are focused on the top part of the body. One of the things you probably noticed that I actually do separate all of these parts into different parts. If you see right here. So if you look at my layers, I actually do separate all these parts into separate parts for if I was going to use something like a PNG program. So besides the ones that they use for like, you know, Discord integration, those kind of PNGs, there's also other ones with like, for example, there's a Video 2. There's Vtuber Plus. There's a lot of free programs out there you can use. But basically, you can separate the parts into make a very simple, not Live 2D. Because Live 2D, if you're not familiar with Live 2D, Live 2D is what most VTubers use. If you watch HoloLive, HoloStars, any of those big corporations, they mostly use Live 2D models, which are basically just layering different types of images on top of each other and like deforming and transforming them in like real time to match your facial parameters. Obviously, they can have almost like over hundreds and hundreds of layers and textures and all that stuff. I mean, hundreds of layers. So I only have a basic, like, I separate the eyes open on closing and all that stuff, the mouth opening and closing. Just some things moving up and down, like the arm, the neck, the body, the hair back and the hair front. This is a very simple, like, let me make it bigger. Like breakdown compared to the other ones. So you will see a lot more. If you see any Live 2D model, like professionally made Live 2D models, like the ones that go over for like over $200, and it's like a full body, you'll see a lot more layers than what I have. I just did a really basic. Because the Vtuber program Plus, for example, only could take like a certain amount of layers before. Also, it's supposed to be not too computationally expensive, so I just only separated the top parts because you really only see, well, the eyes, the hair, the neck. That's basically it. Anyway, so this one was one of the earlier ones. Now, I have let me see if I can find one of the older ones. My older model. So I do have some other model picks. So one of the other ones I did was this one. Let me see if I can find it. So this is one of the older models that I made. You'll actually see this in my first live video on my channel. If you scroll back to my VOD, in the first latest Fire stream, we were gonna Takimura. No. The answer is we're not even close to the monetization step there. Right. We hold our horses. We can't start there yet. We have to aim smaller. But one of the models I made earlier, so this is when I start actually getting to V-Void stuff. So this is one I made a lot earlier. So this, you can see that the textures are pretty simple. I use the default costume from V-Void plus pillow. You can take my favorite plus thing to get is the Blahad from IKEA. You basically, the IKEA shark. Very, very soft. Only $40. 1 meter long. Pretty nice pillow. No, I don't actually have any boobs. If you look at it on my model, I'm pretty flat. Actually, wait. I think my whole family is considered pretty flat. Yeah. So no boobs, unfortunately. But so this is one of the earlier models I have. You could see that it was my first stream. You can actually see it in action. So it only had one horn, but then I realized it's kind of hard to fit into the screen. So made this smaller. No. And I still like having yellow eyes because it really contrasts with all of the blue. Because blue and yellow are pretty much contrasting colors of each other. I pretty much use the default VWord clothes. If you're not familiar with VWord, there's a lot of default presets. I did experiment using 3D things like jewelry, like earrings and necklaces. The only problem is, oh my god. So I found this necklace thing online, but it didn't really have a texture that matched my model. So I had to go into Blender, open up Blender, texture map it, my UV unwrap it, UV whatever mapping is called. So UV mapping is you take, if you ever had one of those paper cubes that you can fold up into a those little paper things like origami. Think about it like origami, basically. So when you fold up the origami and stuff, that's how it would look like in 3D. But when it's flat out like a piece of paper, that's how it looks like in Blender. So you would color it out into how you would have it. Same with the earrings. Actually, earrings, I just use Unity. If you're not familiar with Unity, Unity is a game development software, but can also be used for a little bit of 3D modeling stuff because it has a lot of plugin support. So I just use the basic textures in Unity to recolor it. So I think this is like gray before, so I made it a blue and yellow. But if you look at my first Slate Aspire stream, you'll see more of this model. Now back to the model that had sorry, wait, I keep clicking on the OBS when I meant to click on my other screen. Let's see. If you're looking for my model that had actual glasses on it, let me see. How do I? Okay, so this is please ignore my file names. It's basically just. So if you look at my model right now, this is how it looks like from the back. You will never see this, basically. I actually do. I was trying to figure out how I would do wings on stuff because I was like, I really do like the wings motif, but the problem is if I put the rings on the top part of my body, you guys it'll cut onto the screen for the game. So basically, my window is actually quite narrow. So in OBS, so if I had to go off to the left and right. You basically just cut into this screen, half of this, like a quarter of the screen would get cut out because of the horizontalness. So I was actually looking at how I would do this. If you played League of Legends, I was inspired by a little bit by like Morgana. So she has her rings wrapped around her body. So if you want to see a better view, it looks kind of like this. So the rings actually do wrap around the body, and I do have this is my final model. If you want to look at it like this, so. I have the horns and stuff, but you don't get to see most of the stuff below this. So there actually is a wing thing here, and there's also the legs. So the legs are just the default, a slightly modified version of the VWord default black tights. I just take the stars from one tight and I overlaid it. You could see there's some errors. I forgot to smooth this out. You could see that it's like slightly blurry right here. It's because I forgot to match the color of black, and I'm like, wait, it's not the same color of black. So I was like, no one's gonna see this, it's okay. And then the shoes, I actually do use one VWord booth asset for the shoes, but you can't really see the shoes, number one, and I don't always use these shoes. I sometimes switch it out with a different model that has, the same model but with different shoes. So it doesn't really matter because you can't really see it. So yeah, so that's mostly all of it, if you're wondering on how all this stuff was looking. But if anyone is here and wants to ask any questions, feel free to. And by the way, so all this was done for free. If you're wondering how I did my VWord model, so I can pull it out right now. Let's see. Oh, wait, can't see that. Now you can. So let me just make it bigger. Nope. Okay, it's not working. Yeah. So if you're wondering how I did the model, so you can see that it moves like this and stuff. But so basically everything I use. Let me just reset my thing. Okay, there you go. So if you're wondering what programs I use, so this is Clip Studio Paint, obviously. I use this for mainly drawing the textures. So if you're wondering how I did the textures, oh sorry, one of the models that did have glasses. So this is this is a booth asset that I was that someone made. I forgot who it was. It was in Japanese. I don't remember the Jap name because it was in Japanese and I can't read kanji or hiragana. But this is one of like my prototype models just to see how it would look with glasses. And I was like, I wasn't exactly sure. It's a very different color theming. So I like purple. I do like light blue and stuff. But unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to like use the light blue. You'll notice that I do something slightly different here in this model besides. So I have glasses obviously which are transparent. But I do like I guess pigtails. But if you notice something right here, I know it's really pixelated, but I actually do make the hair slightly transparent. So if you notice, the hair will actually show what's behind it right here. I don't do it with this model because there's no point because I'm wearing a mask at the time. But if you ever are curious about how to get this like transparent effect, so in default in Vroid, you can't make this transparent effect because by default, hairs are considered opaque materials. And what that means is you can't see through them. Now, how will you get through this? And so the way to do this, you would have to import this into Unity. There's a plugin for Unity to import VRM models. These are called VRM models. They're basically follow a certain design specification. But basically, you go in, change the texture of the PNG in Unity, set the material of the Unity thing to transparent, and then that's how you can or transparent with Z-axis or something, and you can like erase some of it to get it to be transparent. Now, obviously, you don't want all of it transparent, and you would have to make sure that the materials that you want to be transparent are separate from the materials that aren't transparent. So, for example, this one right here is a different material than all the other ones. So if anyone's curious about how that happens. So that's the back view, side view, and then I'll just go back to the drawing. So this is the sketch I have. I want to use it. I was drawing a profile picture for use on like YouTube, Blue Sky, mainly because I try to zoom in to take a screenshot of my model, but it always ends up being slightly pixelated but guess what? The default texture atlas for like materials on Vroid is kind of low. So eyes, for example, are about 1,500 or something pixels. Other stuff on like materials are kind of a little bit more. So you can see. Let me find if I can find some materials. So like if you look at this material, this one is 2048 by 2048. So when I zoom in on it, you'll see it's slightly pixelated. By the way, this is the default, one of the default Vroid preset outfits that I just recolored a bit to match more of my color scheme with more blue and stuff. But it's kind of tough to get this type of I mean, I can't draw yellow, so I just copy and pasted it from the other side. And so it's if you notice, it gets pixelated when you zoom up. So I was trying to make a profile picture because otherwise everything will look pixelated when I zoom up, and I need to look. I think it's to look better. Anyways, back to this. So this is just a regular pencil, and then let me get this other part out. And so then this is the inking. I don't honestly like my inking style very well. Like, I think my drafts always look better. So if you want to see it in not black and white. So I always think my drafts look better, mainly because there's a little bit more line variation. You can see that I'm a little bit more looser, the lines and stuff. But when I get to like this kind of part, I can see that my line variation goes a little bit, it's a little bit thinner. It's like some parts you lose some details because I can't really draw. Also, this is in a vector layer because I just wanted to make sure that when I resized it to a bigger thing, it won't lose its resolution. So I'm like, I can resize it as I need and not lose the resolution. Vector layers are kind of not common in art programs. So if you use something like Krita, which is another art program, players mirror. Yeah, I know my hair. I'm not great with stroke control. I mean, like my pen pressure, if describe it. So my pen pressure game is pretty weak. I'm not very good at keeping my pen pressure like consistent. I always press down way too hard because I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I'm gonna draw. I'm like, okay, draw or like this. So wait, let me do it on different layers so I don't interfere with it. But when I do it, it's always like, okay, so I'm drawing something like a circle, and I go, and then I go, and you can see my pen pressure is very, very high. So usually you should be like somewhere between here and here. But like, I always end up just like, I'm like a, what do you call it? I clench my hand a lot, so I'm like, it gets really like heavy, and I press down really hard, which is kind of bad. If you're curious on what, so this is the default Huion pen. but it has what's it called? It's called the PW517 model. But anyways, to be more specific, I actually use a felt tip pen nib on top of my pen rather than a regular plastic pen nib, just so I can get more of a paper-like feel. The reason why I press down so hard is because I'm used to being on a plastic pen nib, and the plastic pen nib like needed a little bit more pressure for it to work for some reason. And I just didn't. I changed it around the settings and blah blah blah. I couldn't get it to work, and it would be really slippery, and the slipperiness would make it really really hard to draw. So that's why I would always like clench really hard, and like my strokes were all like eh. So, and if you're wondering why my strokes are all like messed up, it's probably because of that. And also So by the way, the Huion Canvas is a display tablet. So basically, you have to plug it into your computer. It's like basically it works as a second monitor. It has a screen on it. Some things like the Racom, some of the Racom tablets. If Racom is the other known big tablet brand, they're like about 2 times the price of a Huion. So I don't recommend it for beginners. I would say the Huion Canvas is a really good entry point. Anyways, so for this one, wait. Let me just make sure my drawing is correct. Okay. So one of the issues I have is that the only thing is that the Huion Canvas is a little bit tiny for like 13 inches is a little bit tiny, but like if you're a beginner artist, it probably doesn't matter. So you can probably see what my stream is going to be like. So I draw a line, I undo it, I draw a line, I undo it because I'm not happy with it. Now this is what the stream is going to be basically. If you guys have any more questions, it's probably better. My color is kind of like that too. Coloring, I'm a little bit more lazy with it. I just literally go and do the base colors, and then I just do the base colors, and then I get really lazy with the rendering after that. I do the base colors, and then I color it in, and I do 1 layer of shading, the base colors. The shading I just do a multiplied layer, literally, and then I just do 1 highlight layer. That's it. Sometimes I do some shading. I should really do more shading, but I don't know how to do it. Exactly. So, let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm using a vector layer, so you'll notice that my lines will basically delete itself from the whole line, rather than just the 1 line I drew. So, if I erase this, for example, instead of just erasing that 1 spot, it erases the whole line. Now, I like this because for this model, at least for the line art, you can't do coloring with vector layers, by the way. It's only for like lines and stuff. But the reason why I like vector layers for this reason is that it really makes it easy to get my lines right. And yeah, do some simple coloring. If I like the piece, I will ask my friend to do some art and trade a... Yeah, sometimes I might ask my sister to help with coloring a little bit because she has a better eye for coloring, but she hates lining things. So that's one of the things that she can do. But I hate coloring. Coloring is my least favorite thing to do. I mean, like, in real life, too. Like, oh, yeah. You remember those little books that you have for kids, the little kid coloring books? Where you have the little crayon books? I really hated those. I can never color in the lines. I'm like, oh, someone's worked coloring the lines. I don't know, why would I do that? So, yeah, I just do, let me just get the lines here. So, 1, 2, then erase the sides. Then I make sure I double check. Oh, I messed it up. Undo. I forgot. I do the lines like this. 1, 2. No, undo. And this is what the stream is gonna look like while I do line art. Because otherwise it'd be really exciting, right? Yeah. 1, 2. No. 2. Ah, there we go. So then I do this, erase that, erase these. Erase this, and then go line here. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, so that's my line arting. So I'm mostly done already. I just forgot to do that 1 spot now that I was looking at it. So also my perspective's a bit off. So you will see that, like, oh, by the way, a good rule of thumb is to keep your layer, like, keep it zoomed out before you go into the details, and so you make sure you have everything differently proportioned. Don't forget to flip your canvas. That's a big thing I forget to do. Flipping your canvas is a really important part to do. Make sure that your things are like your eyes, your brain will do a certain thing where your eyes will get like too used to how it looks on one direction, and when you flip it, you'll notice everything is off. Like everything is like slightly off. Like for example, I just noticed the eyes slightly off. Now that I look at it, so I do zoom in for like the eyes and stuff because it's really bothering me. Wait, Oh, I forgot. I did the eyes on a separate layer because I knew this was gonna happen. So here I go. Let's see. I'm gonna flip it. Okay, I see what's off. Now, my eyes are not really like good at this, looking at if it's wrong or not. So I think that comes with time. I don't know. Maybe it comes with time. It hasn't happened yet for me. You'll eventually get it. I will say I do watch some art streamers, like besides like Ina from Hollow Live. There's also like Pcat, another person. You'll probably see them on YouTube Shorts sometimes. They do give some good. Another one is Nayaki Sato. He does the drug. He used to do the Dragalia Lost art, but he also does some other art too. But it's really good to look at how other artists and study how they do it if you're having trouble with your art. I mean, practice is always good, but don't forget your theory. Theory is an important part of like figuring out how you'll do art too, because like you can always like brute force it and stuff, and eventually you'll get there. But I think theory will help it. Do you study art scene? Ida Pochi. Yeah, Pochi has a certain style too. I think Pochi was who was it? I feel the name sounds very familiar. But if you have a certain artist that you like, just follow them, see what their drawing process is, and then you can see and try to mimic their art. So it's not bad to mimic art. It's kind of part of the learning process. Wait, do I have a setting on? I do. Let me turn this off. It's a good way to. And also my stabilization is really high because I was doing lines earlier. But it's good to like study an artist that you like. So for example, one of the like if you like the Persona 5 artist, that artist style, study how what was it? Shoji Meguro? No, that's not his name. Was that the musician? No. Anyway, I don't remember his name. If you like that kind of art style, you could study on how he does it and like what they do to make their art. Like usually if they have a speed paint, it's better. Yeah, it is Shoji Meguro. Yeah, so if they have a specific style you like, try to look at how they do their process, their art books. Art books are helpful. If you're too cheap for art books, you can always look it up on their like social media or something and see what they do. But it's really nice to see how other artists do their things. Wait, something looks off. Yeah, this is a little bit. I'm looking at it. It's like slightly off. Wait, still slightly off. Okay, let me highlight this. This is like what my art is basically like. It looks slightly off. It's still slightly off. There we go. It's just me going back and forth looking. It's slightly off, slightly not off. Oh, nope, it's still not centered. Oh, that's basically most of my art. This is why this stream might be kind of boring. So that's why I put the just chatting part too. Because otherwise you'll be really, really bored. Also, by the way, one of the things I forgot to mention is this model basically is free. I do use some paid programs, but you can do it without paid programs. So the paid programs that I use is HanaTool, which you can get on Boop for like 500 or something. Not 500, like what was it, 1,000 yen? Which is about, I don't know the US dollar conversion, but somewhere between like $10 or something. So the way that works is HanaTools is something that adds ARKit blend safes, which are 52 blend safes that Apple has on their API, which allows it to your face track and do certain things. Like one of the things I can do is like I can puff out my cheeks like this. I can stick out my tongue, so you can see that. Yeah, like that. And there's like some other things I can do, like what do you call it? Like you can see that like my certain things with my eyes and stuff, but it's really hard to tell because I'm wearing a mask. But so things like that are something you can do from getting it off Booth, HanaTool from Booth. That was, so you don't have to use that. There is another tool called what was it called? There's like another tool exists, like something like VWord XY, not VWord XY tool. Unity XY, VRM XY, something XY. There is an alternative. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. It basically does the same thing as HanaTools and adds blend shapes to your VUI model, and such that it adds like things like my mouth, so I can move my mouth around like this. So a default VUI model can't do things like, for example, you can see my jaw can move like slightly to the left and right, like I can do like a smirk. I can do a frown. I can do a pucker face. So the default VUI blend shapes, there's only like 16 of them or so. So is not included in a regular VUI model. So that's what I add using HanaTools in order to make it more expressive. Now, in order to use these tools, you are going to need number one, you're going to need a face tracking program on your iPhone. So this is only iPhone only if you're an Apple user. So if you're an Android user, I'm not exactly sure if it's supported for you because it's an Android device. And because Apple has, their face tracking thing for their Face ID and all that stuff. So that's why it works with Apple. It might work with a regular webcam. I'm not sure. You would probably need to use the media pipe, but it depends on what tracking program you use. So I use Warudo. So I should draw this out when I'm talking so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. So if I use Warudo, which is another program, Warudo. So this is also on Steam. You can get it for free. Developer is really, really nice. They actually have a Discord where you can ask them like questions and bug reports and all that stuff. And basically, it's a tracking program similar to VC Face. So another program is called VC Face. VC Face is like a very basic. It uses Unity as its base, but it's a face tracking program. It's recommended for beginners, although it slightly has less features than Warudo. But basically, since it has less features, it's less to mess up with. So if you want something really basic, VC Face works. Also, there's Vinyan, which is developed by Superdrill, another VTuber. This one is a little bit more advanced than VC Face, but it's still a little bit less advanced than Warudo. But it has Twitch integration and all this stuff. So it uses like a blueprint. It uses a blueprint system. So basically, if you have something like, when you press the K key, do I don't know, like do something like a kiss, right? So that's something you can do by just doing the blueprint system. So you can make your own hotkeys, make your own like things. So you can also make it like, for example, you want it when a Twitch, you get a subscriber. So when you get sub, you can have it like do like, I don't know, like, and make spawn an explosion, I don't know, draw something. So that's something I don't really use because I don't use Twitch. So if you're wondering why there's not, like, Twitch has more integration with its API and the streaming setup and chat compared to YouTube, which does not have that. For some reason, I don't know why. YouTube is a little bit behind on their API game in terms of streaming, so that's probably why. So the reason why I don't use Twitch is because Twitch has a 2-week VOD like retention, so it deletes it basically after 2 weeks. There's no way to like keep it. And you basically just have to reload it to another YouTube program. I mean, another platform like YouTube, which I guess I'm not a big fan of that. One of the other things is also that, like, what was it? Twitch discoverability is pretty bad for new people. Like, there isn't really an algorithm. Oh, hello. I can't read Japanese, but welcome. I says, okay, my hiragana is really bad. Yo. Okay, no, I can't read. Okay, pretend I didn't say anything, so I cannot read hiragana too well. Also, I can't read kanji. So, I'm sorry if I can't understand what your message is, but thank you. By the way, my name is Seraclin. He said yay. Oh, yeah. Hello, my name is Seraclin, Masquerade Demon VTuber. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can follow me on Blue Sky for my schedule. You can look at my YouTube tab. And if you want to subscribe, if you want more content. But I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, but yeah. I am streaming a drawing and chatting stream, but mainly just be me chatting and not drawing at all for like 40 minutes. So back to actual drawingness. You can see, I actually do have drawings on Blue Sky that have been completed. So if you just want to actually just see my finished drawings and don't care about the whole me drawing it part, you can go on Blue Sky. Oh, sorry, I just hit something. You can go on Blue Sky and you can see all the things on there. I'm not making an R18 Dojin, whoever said that. That is inaccurate. Do not scare them away. do not. I think we're putting up some expectations here I don't have. Let's see. It's just me. It's gonna be me finagling where the eye should go for like the next hour or so. This is why my drawing takes so long. I am a very slow drawer, in fact. This like drawing. Okay, so the sketching takes like about 3 hours. Like I can do that really fast. In fact, I can maybe even do it in like 10 minutes. Hey, but no, I can, like, the sketching goes really fast. I can do that in like somewhere from like 1 to 3 hours. line art takes a little longer, like maybe like 3 hours, depending on how good my sketch is on the first stage. Coloring takes forever. I never know if I want my coloring to look like like, oh, but then I want it like this, and then I'm like, oh no, but it doesn't look like good, and then I realize, oh, I want to change this, and then restart all the coloring all over again. So I don't color too well. Yeah, so if you actually look closely, there is little things in my eyes. You can't really see it. Actually, wait, let me just zoom in on my model. You can see it. Look, wait, nope, too far. You can actually look really close, and it actually does look like that on my eyes. Oh, this is way too close. I'm gonna unzoom myself out. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to talk and draw at the same time, but my multitasking hasn't been going too well. So, okay, so the first thing I do, honestly, is to mask everything out. It makes it so much easier for coloring. Wait, why is there... Am I crazy? There's like a... No. Am I crazy? There's like a line right here. Okay, wait. Let me just, I know what to do. Wait. Give me 1 second. 1 second. This unreferenced. And then put this here. So, put this here. 1 second. Wait, let me just, where is this coming from? Well, you know what? There. So, okay. So, I put I basically just mask everything here. So, if I just select this here, with, this is mainly with Clip Studio Paint. So, if you don't have Clip Studio Paint, I'm not sure if this feature has it. Also, wait, you can't see any of the thingamajig. Oh, thank you, Sakura. But I can't read Japanese either, so yeah, I'll assume it's good. So if you want to do it, you just right click it. You can't see what I'm doing because the dialog boxes don't show up for some reason, but you right click the layer you're on, select the layer mask, and then you mask the selection. So basically it will make this thing around it, so it basically nothing will go outside of the line. That's my favorite thing to do. You don't have to do this, but I'm just someone who likes to make sure that my lines don't go out of the thing, because I'm a bit lazy. So if you look at this now, so like let's say I take this pencil, actually I'm gonna take this paintbrush. Let's see, what pen do I have? We'll use, oh, I know what pen to use. I use turnip pen usually. So like for example, if you look at this, so none of the lines will go out because I masked it. So I'm drawing outside the line right here, but then nothing pops up. But I draw inside the line, you can see it. So that's one of the cool things I like about masking. Now, I like to put my things all in one layer to begin with, just so I have a reference of where everything is. So if I do it like this, I like to see where I can put my things. I'm sorry, she teaches how to drink paint. I was using Paint Tool Sai for my bees. Oh, I'm not familiar with Paint Tool Sai. I use Clip Studio Paint because I got it way back then when it was still Manga Studio. So Manga Studio was the program it originally was. It got bought out and changed to Clip Studio Paint. And so the license still persists from then. So basically I had this like 10-year-old license that I just never got rid of. And so it's just been persistently in my, like, I just updated and like, yeah, just keep it. And I'm like, all these features. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep it. But it used to be called Manga Studio Paint before Clip Studio Paint. That's why I sometimes say Manga Studio instead of Clip Studio. Anyways, so I probably should do the thing I hate doing most first. We'll do the horns because they're the easiest. And ideally, they won't like cause me as much distress as everything else. Eyes, I suck at eyes, by the way. So if I suck at eyes. I cannot do eyes at all. I need to do... Oh, that would have been so nice. Okay, wait, I got an idea. I like having 2 different pens for coloring. One, because I like to have it solid. And 2, I just keep forgetting to toggle it back off, and it gets really annoying. So if I do, what do you call it? Thing that goes on top of your eye. Yeah. Eyebrows. Eyelids! Yeah, they're called eyelids. Okay, so let me just put those. Wait. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I'll figure it out. When I start coloring, it makes more sense. Wait, let me look at my model. Let me look at me. My model. I'm looking at myself. Something looks wrong, but I can't place my finger where I'm missing it. Eyes? Oh, I know what's wrong. So let me just go with. So if you see, I can use the tool here to change the vector layers. I can't believe Sakura said use their Japanese knowledge to say I teach us how to drink paint. You should have said something like, "Oh, like and subscribe." No, you tell them drink paint. So nice. Anyways, I think my bad. There's no issue. I just like out of all the things you can use Japanese knowledge for, it's like yeah, just drink paint. I was like the mask. By the way, that mask took forever to make. So if you're curious about how the masks work in Vvoid, so there is no mask option. There's only sorry if I'm far away. I'm facing towards the screen, drawing screen. Oops. I'm gonna do it here. If you're curious on how Vvoid does mask, it's basically I have to take a hair strand and move the hair strands all over across my face. So you'll probably see one of my designs earlier. I had it like a single style mask, like Phantom of the Opera. And the reason why I did not use that in my final design is because it looks really bad in Vvoid. So you're going to see that most of my limitations of my model have to do with the limitations of Vvoid. So, for example, things like having for example, the mask is basically just hair strand. So if you look to the sides, look to the left, look to the right. If you try to make, this is basically each thing on this mask is, so the top part of the mask is 2 hair strands. So the black side on the top, the black side on the bottom, the right side on the top, the right side on the bottom. So yeah, so these are all different. Wait, I just noticed something. Every time I look at my thing, I feel like there's something. But every time I come to my drawing, you can try some piece of view as a model. Yeah, this is the me. This is I am supposed to do a drawing with me. I always forget like when I keep looking at it, every time I look at my picture and look back, I'm like, wait, there's something that looks wrong. My eyes like get used to how it looks, and like then it looks wrong, and then I look back and I'm like, something looks wrong every time I look back again. Oh, anyways, so yeah, well, how do I describe it? So yeah, so the way to get hair strands to do that on Vwoid is kind of finicky. It's not exactly the most reliable thing. There we go. I was like, there's something missing. So each gold piece is 1 hair strand. So there's 3 on the top of my left eye, 3 on my right eye, 3 pink ones on my face for each gem, 2 yellow gold strands in the middle, another gold strand top of the right eye, 2 gold strands for the top that eye, then the 4 main strands for the the 2 for the black part, 2 for the white part. So basically, each hair strand for the model kind of needs to have its own texture too, or else it looks really weird. So, because like you can't really mirror the hair strands for some reason. When I tried it out, I tried mirroring it. It's like, oh, I don't have to draw it all over again. It didn't look right. So I had to color in the textures and shadows for the top hair strand, the top part for the right part, so the top part, my right part, the top part, my left part on the right part. Top on the black part and the bottom on the black part. So all that requires 4 different hair textures. And then you need the textures for the gold parts, textures for the pink parts, and then that's a lot of textures. So you can see my hair texture actually has 2 different textures on it. Actually there's 3 different textures. So there's one for the front part, on this front part right here. I probably should just point to it on using the model. So this part right here, this fringe part is like 1 hair strand, 1 matte texture. 1 right here for the horns is 1 texture. 1 right here for the back part is 1 texture. And then there's like some other ones just for different colors. Also, I can't draw hair too well. You'll notice my hair makes no sense, logistically speaking. Oop. Wait a minute. Something happened here. There's like... Yeah. Fix this real fast. Oop, that's not it. Fix this real fast. There we go. It was like a little thing that was bothering me. I'm like very obsessive about making sure things don't go out of the line. So whenever I start coloring, it's gonna be me like, wait a minute, that's a little bit out of the line. Oh no, that one's a little speck. Oh, that's why it takes forever with lines. And so back to drawing. Let's start with the horns first. So I like to use a reference to other layers, and then I use a roguelike. What do you expect from a roguelike with a card element play? Oh yeah, I forgot. Someone was making roguelike. Wait, what do you expect from a roguelike with a card element player? Wait, what is the context for this? Tuning fork? Wait a minute. You're literally a Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what my inspiration was for the things. So one of the inspirations that I had was basically, if you're familiar with what was it? Well, Yu-Gi-Oh was one. Code Geass was another. Have you ever seen Konosuba? One of the characters is named Veneer. It's like a demon with a black and white mask. It's also another inspiration. Veneer, yes, that's one of the inspirations. Another one was I'm just importing my model so I can get the colors of it. So if I just do this, I can zoom in and get the colors right away without having to finagle it. So that was one of the colors. I'm just gonna do this. That makes it really fast. And then I'm just coloring it really fast. I'm too lazy to do shading, so we're just do all the things in one layer and just add everything on top. Love it. Oh yeah, so another inspiration was, so I looked at a lot of different types of masks. So I thought about the Plague Doctor mask, but I was like, I don't want to draw the nose, and you won't see it. You'll just see. Have you ever seen a bird facing the front, or have you ever seen like Phineas and Ferb and remember like look at them facing the front? That's why I did not do a Plague Doctor mask, because I was like, wait, it would look really funny looking at it from the front. Now that I think about it, it's like, have you ever seen a bird facing frontwards? It's so weird. So that was definitely not one that I was gonna do. One of the other things was. Let me lock the layer. So I like to use the alpha lock so I don't go over the lines too. It makes it a lot easier. And then I'm gonna do pink. So right here. Actually, wait, I could just import the texture, but I'm just gonna mess around for a little bit. So I use this to get the colors, and then you can just move around like this. I used to draw on before I got my Huey on canvas. One of the things I would have done is I used to draw on my laptop. So my laptop was like a Lenovo laptop. They usually come with a little pen. The pen kind of sucks, but it's better than nothing. So the only issue with that is that it would always like be how would I describe it? It's really hard to talk and paint at the same time. How in the world do YouTubers do this? Anyway, so one of the issues with that was that the pen would always run out of like battery after like a few minutes. So it was a charge pen in the what do you call it, in the thingamajig. And so it would always run out of color when I was using it. I mean, not color, battery. So I would always have that issue that it would like never ever have any charge, and it was really annoying. And so the Lenovo pen, unfortunately, I put it away. Also, it has really bad pressure sensitivity. Yeah, so that's probably why my pressure sensitivity is really bad. I'm used to drawing on like a Lenovo, and or like I had one of those Microsoft Surface Pros too. And drawing with that. I've never drawn with an iPad, so I don't know how to, I can tell you about that. But here's how I drew it. Basically, I take the blend tool, I blend it, and then I do this. Yay, I love doing easy things. This is probably the easiest one we can do right now. I'm gonna make it harder, and then I'm gonna increase the... Wait, I wanna increase the brush density more, make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, so this is how that's how I made the model in the first place. So this is like pretty much the same way. As you can probably tell, I suck at texturing. So one of the other things I was inspired by, so you've probably seen you've probably seen I like Honkai Star Rail, right? So one of the characters is named Sampo. So I really like this hairstyle, but honestly, it's really hard to do that in a V-Void. So one of the other things I did is my hairstyles is really okay. So I custom did the hairstyle. There is presets in Vtuber, but it's kind of hard to get them to how you want. So I basically just did it by hand. So the way I did it is basically I looked at Sampo's and then I could not get it right do it the right way. So you could see that I messed up a little bit in the hair parts. It's really, really hard. It's like finagling. It's so much finagling to get the hair to how you want in Vtuber outside of the default. So like getting things to stick up like this and stick out is for some reason really, really hard. I have no idea. So also this stream has to end at like around 5 because I saw there was a Gavin Battle Mario Sunshine stream, and that stream was really funny. So I can't want to miss it. Okay, so this is how I did the horns before. So it's just a really simple blending tool. This is probably the easiest one to do because I also don't know. I'm really bad at the concept of blending and hard shadows, like hard shadows, soft shadows. I'm really bad at that. So don't ever take my advice for that. Unfortunately, I'm not a professional artist, so I can't really give you anything for that. So, oh my god, it's so hard to do talking energy and drawing at the same time. Like, I could play Slay the Spire or Balatro at the same time, but I can't do this and that at the same time. So yeah, so if you have any more questions, feel free to say it. I'm just gonna be trying to focus and do it at the same time. Ooh. I'm gonna watch Kyla for some reason stream now, but I'll come back occasionally. Oh yeah, feel free to do that. Just me messing around with drawing programs. I think I like it more blue, in fact. Okay, it's gonna be me going back and forth. Do I want it more blue? Do I want it more red? Yeah, so you probably, if you follow my Blue Sky, you probably have seen some of my art. I do mostly like fan art stuff because I don't have any good original ideas. Ooh, I do like this blue. I'm trying to make you lol. Yeah, so back to the Honkai Star Rail. I was inspired by Sampo's hair, but it was too hard to get it to work. So I did not do all that. I got lazy. Oh, thank you. My art has some ways to go. I'm not as good as an artist as my sister yet, or I think there's still more to go in terms of my art journey. Wait, I think I got it. The list right. I don't use Sampo very much, sadly. I don't use any DOT characters. My favorite archetype to play is follow-up attacks. That's my favorite archetype to play Honkai Star Rail. Shampoo. I have a Sampo? I think Sampo was he given away for free at some point? I think he was at one event, unless if you chose him. Or no, maybe that was the Zinzo Alliance characters only. Oh, wait a minute, I don't remember. Anyway, so I'm not exactly... tomorrow, by the way, is Zenless Zone Zero. So if you're more interested in me talking about Zenless Zone Zero stuff, that's tomorrow's stream. I'll try to keep it to a minimum here today. So I don't... yeah, you probably took Lynx. Lynx is definitely the better choice. Sampo is kind of like not great at the moment because there's Black Swan, who's just literally better Sampo. I really want to pull a Sealay, but Sampo just keep coming till max. I haven't gotten Sealay because I'm saving up for... I don't have enough tickets. I used it up on the Herda. Okay, I wasn't gonna get the Herda originally, but then I saw her attacks that were really purple, and I really liked her aesthetic, and then I realized, wait a minute. It's purple, and I like purple characters, so that's what happened. Also, I had no ice DPS, which is kind of important. Yanfei took Pella. Pella is actually really, really useful. I've used her in almost all my teams, by the way. Early and back when Blade was meta. Yeah, Nihility doesn't have any good synergies unless you count Acheron, but Acheron is literally just not actually playing Nihility. You're just playing Acheron. She's more of like a hyper carry, not really actually using Nihility, in my opinion. So okay, horns are done. I think we're done with that. So next is the... I'm gonna avoid the hair for now, so we're gonna do the next best thing, the mask. Actually, wait, let's do eyes. Eyes are always my biggest issue, and they always take forever. So we'll do that next. Let's see, color, real, here we go. So we'll do eyes. I hate drawing eyes. I'm really bad. I don't know how artists do it. Like, they always make it like Kafka. Kafka is really nice, but he doesn't have any teams that he fits in right now in the meta. Right now in the meta is like AoE because of Herda and Remembrance. Remembrance is because of, you know, the new region. I think I want to actually do it like this. So I do that. So the new region, we have Remembrance, AoE. So everything's all AoE and Remembrance, basically right now. So not really much for Kafka, but once he gets back in the meta, he'll be back eventually. So let's see, eyes done. Okay, next we do... I think I actually still have the thing right here. So I use the gold right here. I actually have the same colors, right, that I used before. Then I put yellow here. And then it look like me? You can't tell. Yeah, Acheron is basically the Mayavi. If you haven't played Zenless Zone Zero, Mayavi is like literally the most OP character right now. I currently have her because he's blue. You know, I just realized the way I pull characters is, are they blue? Yes. Are they cute? Are they a cute guy or are they blue? That's literally my way I decide. So Are they blue or purple? I just depends on the color. Wait a minute. Also, so one of the other things I was inspired by, besides Sampo for the hair, Dr. Ratio was another option. I like this hair color. I like this blue is purple. Dr. Ratio, but honestly, because Dr. Ratio has gold and blue as his motif, which makes it really easy to see how other art, how they like do blue and gold in the motif. But I didn't exactly want to do Dr. Ratio because I'm like, wait a minute, Dr. Ratio is. You didn't take him from the mail. By the way, I have his light cone, but I don't really use him because I have Face Shao. I have Face Shao and I don't use him. I don't have any debuffers to use him with, so he kind of just sitting there. Unfortunately, he requires a debuffer to use properly, and I don't have any debuffers besides Pella. That's why I mentioned earlier I use Pella a lot. It was because I had a Ratio, and Ratio is just good in Pella. Yeah, there isn't really any other debuffers. Like, I guess there's who else is there? Foxian person, I don't remember. Other Foxian. Two Foxians for some reason who are both fire nihility. Silver Wolf. But the problem with Silver Wolf is that she's only single target. I guess Dr. Ratio is single target. I did Silver Wolf. But Silver Wolf is single target. I needed someone who is AoE. Pella is AoE, by the way, so yeah. Ooh, yeah, I don't have Silver Wolf. I'm so sorry. You know what? Silver Wolf was around the same time as Blade, so that's why I didn't pull her. Yeah, so I have Blade in his like code, which is like I didn't draw a picture of Blade, unfortunately, but I have a picture of Venturine somewhere. My eyes are gonna be a bit lazy. I'm getting a little lazy with these eyes. I'm just blending it out. I'm not too good with coming out with what eyes to do. I think there is I always blend things out too much or not enough. So I either get really hard shadows or I get really too blended out shadows. That's always my issue. I don't know when to stop. It's like when you're risking eggs. You haven't risked the eggs enough, or you risk the eggs way too much and now they're like emulsified. And now they're like, clumpy eggs. Anyways, I don't bake, so I can't give you any more egg metaphors than that. Actually, wait, eggs are really expensive right now. Anyways, back to... Let's see. I think it has to go a little lower. So this black part, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. This is how I did on my model. I just eyeball everything. Honestly, not a great idea. You should probably, the way regular artists do, they usually use some drawing guidelines to help figure it out. I think I want a little more blue on top. So I do have a little, if you notice, my eyes are a little bit blue. So I'm gonna just do a little zoomed in. So this part is actually blue. It's not really noticeable in the model though. Let's see. I think I need a little lighter. Can't see it. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's kind of hard to see with this. Let me just go erase it. I just realized you can't see it. Yep. Oh, this one. There we go. And then I need to fix that because I messed up that and oh dang it. I forgot, but I always do this. I always like, oh, I erased some line because I was like, oh, something doesn't look right. Then I mess it up and then I have to redo it all over again. Okay. This is the life of art. So, if there's anyone new here is actually curious about my model, don't be afraid to ask questions or say hi. I know we're talking about some random topics right now, and I'm getting totally sidetracked about art. But don't be very. You're definitely silent vocals. You're definitely not new. What happened if you were number 4? I'm pretty sure you've been here this whole time. Let's see. So, yep, that looks about right. I'm viewer number 6 now. Actually, how many viewers do we actually have? 4. So you're viewer number 4. Woohoo for you. Wait, so the 4 people are me? I'm new. Sakura tuning fork. Sakura tuning fork, silent vocals, me. That's 4. That's 4 of you. It's you guys. I'm new. What does that say? Oh, hi yo. I am new. Oh, I just found you out because you're drawing stream. Oh, Oh yeah, so the other character, besides Dr. Ratio and Sampo, I have a whole like mood board thing, reference board that I can't pull out because there's tons of copyrighted content that YouTube will strike down. But me not understanding English very well. Gomena, your Japan English needs to be Gomena. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't no. I'm so sorry. Remember, came up with. Okay. Mask. No, I just do eyeballs. White part of the eye. Oh, by the way, the white part of the eyeballs are called the sclera. How do I know this? I drew them so many times in Vvoid that I finally memorized what the name of it was called. Sclera. Oh, that was too big of a sclera. Yeah, I need to make it smaller. I always don't get this part right. I don't know what's up, but oh, I forgot to make the area scaling a bit bigger. And tolerance of 4. So this would be 4. No wait, this would be lower. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, the tolerance is basically how close of a color should it count as a different color. So for example, if it's a tolerance of 0, that means no colors. I mean, only one exact color will be counted as no like variation. If I had a tolerance of 10 pixel colors and differentiation. And the area scaling is just to make sure that you don't get pixelated lines. So have you ever seen MS Paint streams? If, like for example, masquerade Metal. One of its MS Paint streams, when he uses the fill tool, there's no area scaling and there's no the tolerance is really low. So you see those little pixelated lines like right here. Oops. You'll see pixelated lines right here if you're not careful. That's one of the things that's why MS Paint is probably not the best program to start with for if you're a beginner. I would recommend for beginners, if you're looking for a drawing program that's not Clip Studio Paint that costs like $50. Okay, in terms of like drawing program, professional drawing programs, Clip Studio Paint is used by professionals. It costs about like $100 to $50, but it depends on if it's on sale or not. Also depends on what country you're from. And if you only need the basic version, honestly, you don't need to get any more advanced version stuff. You can even get the earlier versions if I don't know if they still have it. But basically, each version has a different license, so that's why. But Clip Studio is one of the best, I would say, drawing programs. Unlike Photoshop, it is not a subscription service. It's a single payment plan. So you just pay it once and you get it forever. You might not get new updates though, but you'll be able to get it for basically forever. If you want a free open source drawing program, you could try Krita. It's called Krita. Krita. It's a bit different from Clip Studio Paint and Photoshop if you're used to that. It has lacking some features that Clip Studio Paint has, like manga panels and vector layers and stuff, and like pen generation. But Krita does have basically all the features that you would need in the drawing program, like inking, coloring, and all that stuff. Text. I think text and Krita might do text better than Clip Studio Paint, but it doesn't have a liquefaction tool and thing, but it does have like all the scaling stuff. So if you're looking for a drawing program to use for a beginner, try out Krita. It's free and it's a little bit hard to get used to if you're not if you haven't used a drawing program before, but it's cheap. It's called it's free, so you can't really argue with that price. I need to change my eraser to a hard eraser, and then I need to make sure that it's tiny. Okay, there we go. So if I draw this, so the right part's called a sclera. I don't have any other comment on that. And Vvoid, the sclera is actually really tough to change. You can't really change it pretty much. It's kind of like fixed in Vvoid. So if I might have a Vvoid stream later, if you're curious about that. But basically, Vvoid is pretty easy to use for, I would say, a beginner. The best way to make, but you could tell when something is made in Vvoid. Vroid. You could tell when something is made in Vvoid though, because there's a very distinct hair texture that it uses for like, if to make your Vvoid model not look like a Vvoid model, like the basic Vvoid model, the best thing to do is to, first unlock this. The best thing to do is to basically change all the textures. That's number one. Ideally, the best way to change textures though is to make your own. If you're not really good at making stuff yourself, you can use something called Booth, which is basically a platform where artists can share stuff. Now, make sure you read the copyright and all that stuff for how they will let you to use it. But most people will let you use it. Now, some of them have paid assets, but they can also and stuff, but you can get it for mostly free. But some of these assets are really, really, really nice. So it's probably worth the money a little bit. So for example, HANA tools, I can't really do that on my own. I don't know much Blender. I haven't really used much, what do you call it? Those like 3D stuff before. So it's better to just get it if for like 1,000 yen or something. And rather than having to finagle with it yourself and the VVoid with the Unity models and that stuff. But one of the things, oh yeah, so I use for my face tracking iFacial mocap with Naruto. But you don't have to use iFacial mocap, which is like $10 or something again. But you don't have to use it. I use it because it's pretty much compatible with everything out there in terms of like VC face and everything. And you can also use it for other stuff. Like if you ever have a video game and you want to add facial models or something, this is what one of those things could be. But yeah, so you don't have to use that. There's like Wide.io. It's a very, very basic. It lacks some of the customization and stuff, but it pretty much is free. So yeah, free is a thing. Oop, undo. Yeah, there we go. If you are curious about, there's also, you can actually use VTube Studio. So VTube Studio is what most Live 2D people use. It only supports Live 2D models. And it does not support 3D. Naruto only supports 3D models, like VRM models. So if you want to try to use Naruto, you would have to use a VVoid or VRM model, basically. But here's the thing. You can use the tracker from VTube Studio with third-party stuff. You don't have... VTube Studio has like a license you have to pay in order to remove the watermark, the stream on your computer, from your phone to computer. But you can use third parties without having to pay for it. So if you're trying to... ideally, one of the things is VC face with... I used to do VC face with VTube Studio. So you don't have to use iFacial mocap, but I just use iFacial mocap because it works for Naruto natively, rather than having to do some blueprint coding stuff to get it to work. Okay, Okay, I think I need to make it a little bit brighter. I think the issue is the eyes are too dark. I know I'm gonna put that yellow here. Also, I'm really bad at figuring out what yellow I use. For my model. I think it was this yellow. There we go. My eyes, like some people can make their eyes look like jewels or like basically like galaxies or whatever. I not there. So yeah, I'm not talented enough to figure it out yet. Let's see. I think I want this to be slightly darker on the top, maybe a little pink. It's actually slightly pink, and then oh no, too pink. A little bit here, then here, and here. Yeah, there we go. We'll say the eyes for that. Leave the eyes for there now. Okay, next is the mask. Yep. Oh no, okay. Let's do skin first. I really want to leave the mask for last. I don't like doing masks. Actually, wait, no. Skin is worse. Okay, mask it is. So we'll do the mask. I should be naming these layers, but otherwise, oh no, I have not been naming them. What should I call it? Mask. So, I actually... Oh, I forgot to mention, I do have a reference board for all my characters. I mentioned that earlier. I totally forgot to elaborate on it. So, some of the other characters I was inspired by, so obviously some Genshin Impact characters. So, like, Fontaine is, like, one of my biggest inspirations. So, because it's, like, a Victorian French style. A little bit of an Italian, European influence. So, one of the biggest things was, what do you call it? Who was it? Like, Arlecchino, Farina, obviously, Fratui. Farina was a big one, actually. I really like her colors a lot. Let's see, yellow, yellow too. It's like an orange, orange. I do orange. Okay, wait, orange. And something looks wrong. What am I missing? Orange. Oh, oops. I too lazy to fix that. Okay, we'll start the white side. So we go white, And then what am I missing? Okay, yellow. And I'm very bad at figuring out what colors to use, by the way. So if you just see me like figuring out what yellow is, yeah. Yellow, yellow. This is yellow, this is yellow. This is yellow, this is yellow. Yellow, yellow. I'm like looking at a picture of myself. Actually, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. And I'm like, wait, am I yellow? I am yellow. Okay, mirror, mirror, yellow, mirror. Let's see. How many people? What is yellow? The mask part. It's the mask. Is that a food? What is yellow? Is that a food? Yeah. No, it's the mask. I'm pointing to the mask. Is this what's happening? Yellow. I don't know if you can see my thing. I'm like figuring out what yellow this is. Is this yellow? So the only thing is that the fill tool doesn't get these little spots right here, so I just have to fill them in myself. Or no more cheating in the fill tool category, unfortunately. So this is yellow. You know what thing is easier in ViewBoard is that all of the things automatically have the texture as you need it, so you don't have to fill it in. Yellow. You guys trying to open a VR art museum? VR art museum. VR art museum. I feel like it's already a thing. I don't know. Did it close down? Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Yellow. 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 Yeah, so Arlecchino was one. Farina was another. No. Go back to your VR art museum. Yeah, so another one was, what was it? I have a really long list of things that I was inspired by. But then I was like confused. Oh, have you ever seen Professor Layton? There's a character named Descalay who has also a mask. He has a very cool looking mask. Or Vega from Street Fighter. There's also that. What else is there? The Fatui from Genshin, obviously. What else is there? I need to get this pink down. Oh, this pink. I'm really not good at making jewels. I do like gems and stuff, but I can't draw a gem. It's kind of hard. So this is gonna be pink. Then the other side's purple, so this is pink. Pink here. And this is pink here. So if you saw my first model, this is what the pink is inspired by. And then I'm gonna make this purple, so the other side's purple. This side's purple, so that's a purple. Purple. So this is the purple here. So this is why I hate coloring. It's just me looking at this and being like, oh no. Zoom in. Color this. Color. Look at this unsatisfying coloring. Anyway, so that's what I look. Wait, let me look at my model. Purple. I'm purple on this side. Okay. Purple. I mean, I'm like literally looking at my model right now to see what color I am. Am I purple or pink? Wait. Purple. This side's purple. So, what other things that I was inspired? So, I was basically back and forth on how I would do my lore. I never came up with a good lore. So, I was thinking, right, what can I do with Mask? So, one of them is obviously, like, Persona 5. Oh, that was a big inspiration, too. Phantom Thieves, right? That's always that's a common thing with Mask, right? But honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do a Phantom Thief concept, because I feel like it's already been done. Also, I don't, like, the concept doesn't go well with me, I would say. I'm not exactly like the type you would say for like a Phantom Thief type. I'm more of a serious person. Let's see. This goes yellow. Wait, I'm just trying to make sure all the yellows are here. So this has to be yellow. No, this should be the other color, which is this one, and then we'll go here. And so another one was besides Phantom Thieves. It was gonna be like Wit. Wit was another theme. except I didn't have a witch hat. So I was like, I'm not making a witch hat. Witches hats are hard to make in V-Void. I would have to go in the blender and make my own witch hat. Which, okay, so no witch hat. So what happened after that? Okay, so what was the next concept besides witch hats? So the next one was like demon. Demon was pretty simple. It's a concept I like having horns. It's nice. I would have to give an excuse on why I have horns and I had to think about it. I never came up with one, so we're just gonna say it's there. Maybe I'll do an actual debut video at some point, but I am too lazy to come up with anything, and I'm not very creative. So we don't have a debut for right now. Eventually I'll come up with one. You can look at my Slay the Spire stream to see what my like old model was like. It's pretty much the same concept. So it was pretty much finalized at that point because I was like, number one, I didn't want to change everything. I already made some of the stuff, but I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it. So yeah, let's go yellow now and do this part yellow. Let's see. So we're gonna put the yellow here. I don't know how you get the color of metal, of things that can look metallic. I don't know. It's like a thing that I haven't quite figured out. I mean, you can't just apply more yellow and be... Hello, I am back. Hello, Sakura. You are viewer number 3. I think. I don't know. Actually, wait, this has gotten 30 views for some reason. I don't know how we get 30 views, but only 3 people watching. I guess people just click on it, but don't actually look at it. Or maybe just Sakura coming in and out like 30 times. I don't know. So, yeah, so right now we're just doing back to coloring. Dude. Wait, I like to flip it. Okay, if you could probably tell, I'm right-handed. Who will be in my Korean team? You forgot the Japanese dude. I never figured out their name. I'm sorry, Japanese dude, but I can't understand English. I can't understand Japanese. I never figured out what your name was. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so Zenless Zone Zero is tomorrow. So I'll talk more about my Zenless Zone Zero stuff tomorrow. So you guys don't get what do you call it? Attenuated with random Zenless Zone things that you have no idea what I'm talking about. We don't want Zenless Silent Vocals, how dare you? I want Zenless Zone Zeros. And you're forgetting about Sakura. Yes, we do. See, look at the duality of chat. We have one no and one yes. And then we have tuning fork. We don't know where their loyalty's like yet. So this is what you get for being person number 3. Let's see. I think I want to put this here. So I put the little bit yellow here. Give it a... So the way drawing works is you just get the illusion of... I don't know how to get it yet. So we have play.hack series, you know. There's a dot hack series? Wait a minute. Is that even on? I don't think I've ever seen anyone play that on like as a stream. Maybe you have, but I have not seen that ever. Oh no. I don't want to hear it for someone who said the horror. Oh yeah, I forgot. Silent Vocals has a very weird taste in anime. Yeah. No comment. So we put the yellow here. If anyone walks in, guys, just let me know. I'm sorry. Wait, how am I supposed to say that? If you also, I'm turning my head to look at the drawing better. So if you see me turning my head, it's because I'm looking at the drawing sideways to see if it looks better. I'm like, getting a different view of it so I can color it better. Guys, if anyone walks in the chat, please treat them normal. Someone walks in randomly, they're like, yeah. I don't know who person number 4 is, because I think I'm person number 1, obviously. So, yeah. Let's see. So we put the yellow here. And the yellow. Oh, I forgot to put. Oh, dang it! I had to put the yellow here too. So put one here. Wait, let me look at my thing. This goes here. Looking at my picture. This goes here. Yellow here, so this could be yellow here. Then this yellow here, so okay, this yellow here. This is yellow here, here, and here. Okay. Nope, something doesn't look right. This is wrong. I don't know how this video is getting views. I don't know. This is just me going, this doesn't look right. Oh. Let's see. Where is this yellow go? So this yellow has to go. So you know it's really convenient having a reference that's just literally your model? I'm literally just looking at my model right now. Let's see. I'm turning myself sideways so I can see it better. Yes, this is why coloring is the most boringest part, guys. I'm so sorry you guys have to be subjected through this. But this is like, literally, I would never get through the coloring otherwise. I'm not in the lines. Who cares for now? Yellow. 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 This is yellow. No, wait. The light source should go this way. Okay, guys. I'm also really bad at pinpointing where light sources should be. Like, oh wait, I haven't drawn enough of like reference to know where light sources should come from. It sounds really bad now that I say it. Okay, so we need this to be darker, so this goes here. Oh wait, wrong pen. This way. Oh, I should have made this 2 separate layers, because otherwise I'm gonna go over. What to do? We'll just I know what to do. So I'll just take this. Delete that. Because otherwise I have to go over it and no, I'll just erase it for now. So erase that. Then we'll do it here. There we go. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what's happening is I'm flicking. I have a hotkey to flick away the thing. So if you see me like just suddenly undo something, that's what's happening. This erase here, this erase here, this erase here. There this. Okay, so I'm gonna put that as the mask details and then renamed it. I can't spell the word details. It's not the word. It's not how you spell it. Details. There we go. Let's see. Moving over to the other side. What time is it? Oh, it's been 3:30. Guys, it's been an hour and a half and we made 0 progress so far. Oh god, we're not even close. Okay, so here we go. I need to speed up my process here. You can see why it takes so long to draw now. We're not even close. Oh god, we're not even close. We'll leave that for now and then we'll just do the pen right here before I forget. So pen this. Oh, this pen is slightly opaque. Simone, I'm on your hair mask. Oh wait, are you coloring this in too? Tuning fork? I mean, sorry, no. I meant, are you following along? Oh, that would be fun. You try to color it faster than I can. Let's see. We'll put this right here. We'll put this as the mask. So we'll put this below, so I don't have to worry about it. This can go here. I'm still a line art though. Oh wait, are you posting it? Are you doing a drawing of me right now? Oh, hey, if you wanna post it on Blue Sky, feel free and link and just tag me or something. I don't know. I don't have an art tag. You can just tag me the normal way, and I'll what do you call it? You don't retweet it in Blue Sky. What's it called? recycle? No. I thought when you were making a joke. I thought you were making a joke. Sorry, we have silent vocals in this chat and we have Sakura, and I thought you guys were making a joke about drawing me. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know. We only have 2 people here in chat right now, so I don't even know who it is, the other person. If you want to post it on Blue Sky, you can feel free to tag me and I'll yeah, so it's you and I make making a Blue Sky account. Yeah, if you make it on Blue Sky, I can retweet it. I don't have a blue. Sorry, it's not called a retweet. It's called a recycle. No, resky. No, repost. Is that what it's called? Recycle. I think recycle sounds wrong. Yeah, if you ever want to post it there, feel free to do it. And I actually maybe I don't know. Okay, anyways, so I might even use it for a thumbnail. Ooh, I don't know. I'll have to ask for your permission. I'm still doing art at book. It's relaxers to blah blah. I'm doing art. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you doing art by book? I used to do art by paper and stuff. I still kind of do it. Well, like when I'm like in class and stuff. Obviously, you just doodle it and you're like, yeah, doodle doodle doodle. The only problem with that is wait. I should probably split the mask into 2 different parts so I don't have to color it separately. Let's do that. So we'll do that mask black and mask white. I don't have to do the black and white all at once. I am a person who will utilize the layers of digital art to separate my layers. Unlike real life where I mess up my thing and I have to erase everything underneath it, and then I put the colors in the wrong spot, and then I blend the colors on the wrong side because I did the watercolor, and then, yeah. I'm going to take advantage of the digital medium. But you could tell I'm originally a physical artist because I will, there's things I do that are pretty much like physical, I'm in the mind of a physical artist, basically, rather than a digital artist. So that's the only thing I would say is a little bit not accurate about my art. So you'll notice that there's like certain things, like for example, the concept of layers. I used to do everything in one layer because I didn't think about, like, I used to just do all the coloring on one layer. Because I thought about it, like, I have trouble understanding it, how to do it digitally sometimes, or thinking about it digitally. Another thing is, like, sometimes you'll see me use pencils, and like, I know lower the opacity, make it blue. But I sometimes, like, I really hate, I get stuck in the mindset of digital art instead of physical art sometimes. Like, where I don't erase lines. Like in real life, I don't erase lines all the way. Like, but when I'm in digitally, I feel like an urge to erase everything all the way. Because the way digital works, like, every pixel is a pixel. And like, when you think it on paper, on physical paper, you don't think of every pixel as a pixel. You think like, oh, this is a straight line. And in digital art, it's like, no, that pixel is 1 pixel out. It's really bothering me. And so that's the only thing that I have to say about digital art versus physical art. Many of the concepts still apply. So there's not really undo that. I'm supposed to put that on the right side. There's not really too much of a difference besides like the tools and the softwares. The biggest thing is the software. So one of the things that I'm still stuck in the mindset of physical art is the concept of color correction. So when you do physical art, you're stuck with basically whatever color your paint is or whatever pen is or marker. You can't really change it once you put it down. In digital art, you have like the multiply layer, your overlay, screen layers, you have your color correction, your filters, all that stuff. I don't really take advantage of those things. So like when you see me like do coloring, you'll notice that my shading, I will just take the same color and make it slightly darker, but not use a multiply layer. So yeah, it's just hard for me to understand software and tools because I don't really understand computers and stuff. I mean, you're using a computer right now, so you must know how to type at least. That's already better. I think your better understanding computers is already better than the older population, at least. I mean, most people don't even know what a streamer is, or VTuber, or anime. Or actually, wait a minute. My mom still doesn't understand the concept of VTubing. But one of the things I would have to say is that, let's see, I need to make this. I don't like, yeah, but I can't even edit anything. Yeah, one of the biggest things is that I have like trouble thinking about how colors come together and all that stuff in digital art, because the way colors mix in digital art isn't exactly how they mix in real art. So for example, one of the things is like Like, for example, blue plus red equals purple. But in digital art, you just take purple. You don't need to mix anything, right? You're not limited by that. This doesn't look right. This doesn't... Or like, oh, filters. Color correction's a big thing. So, color correction about monitors. So, monitors have color tuning with the RGB. Depending on... Like, if you look at drawing tablets, they'll always advertise 100% RGB coverage. That's because not everything... If you have a really bad monitor, like one of those cheap ones, you'll see that colors will look different on the monitor compared to other things. And so that's a really big thing in digital art. Obviously, you want your things to look like how they should look like in real life, or like digitally, how they should look like digitally. So, like for example, if you're on a monitor and you're like, sorry, I'm just moving something. If you're on like a monitor and you're like, oh, okay, and you print it out and you're like, no, that doesn't look the same as what I did. That's one of the things about digital art coverage. Now, obviously, you could tune your monitor accordingly if you have the right programs, or you're using a different program and you like tune it and stuff. But it's like, it's kind of hard to think about it. It's kind of sometimes like audio stuff I'm really bad at figuring out, do I sound better if I put my audio settings here, or do I sound better here? Same thing with digital art. Like, I change the color. Like, let's say I want to add the saturation a little. I want to turn up the saturation. Does this look better or does it look worse? It's like when you go to eye exam for glasses. It's like left, like lens 1 or lens 2 looks better. So it's kind of hard to conceptualize, by some kind of standard. Does it look better in your eyes? And that's kind of like what art is. Like, it's hard to tell if something just got better or if it's just you. I mean, obviously, you can ask people and stuff, and you can ask your friends, but it's always up to you in the end. Like, you can spend hours on hours just correcting the colors of your art. Like, one of my paintings, the bamboo. If you look at my bamboo paintings, it was let me see if I can find it. One of my finished paintings that I had, I posted it on Blue Sky already. It's one of my first things on Blue Sky. It's let's see if I can find it. This one. So, one of the things is that I think that this thing is a little bit too... Like, this like, for example, this... once I look at it, this arm is okay, but this arm is a little bit too much to the front. And then this shading is okay, but then if you... This part's a little bit dark compared to this part. Like, you can constantly pick apart, like, when your thing is, and you'll never be satisfied. So, like, for example, I think these lines are a little too thick and they could have been thinner. Or like this thing could have been like, I have a, like, you can tell there's a slight, like, I put a grainy layer on it because I wanted to give the impression of a watercolor, and I wanted yellow and red, but I feel like the red is not evenly spread out and the shadows aren't spread out here. So like one of these things, like this should be a softer shadow, but this shadow is really hard. But like, I think this should have been slightly like some of these should have been soft and this should have been hard, but it depends. So if you're, oh yeah, by the way, if you're not familiar with soft and hard shadows, that's a whole different thing. That depends on your like preference. Too many soft shadows gives the impression that you're in somewhere low light. So many hard, like lots of hard shadows mean you're like standing in front of the sun or something. If you're wondering on how shadows and stuff work, or like, I guess color theory. But color theory, light theory. Oh god, it gets kind of complicated. I'm not exactly the best to ask about it. I recommend watching someone else who's more well-versed. Most of my knowledge is pretty much like, what do you call it? I'm a person who learned from internet, and I draw from based on what I watch. But obviously, it's probably better if you go to an art school, or not art school, but like you can get an art teacher. There's definitely art teachers around. You can art class and just see how people like just. You know those art classes where you basically just draw a piece of fruit or something? It does help with your training on how to draw shapes. So a lot of things are just a bunch of shapes. And getting used to drawing those shapes is kind of being part of an artist. So like a head is a circle, right? Your neck is basically just a cylinder. Your things are cubes, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you want to get into perspective, that drawing shapes is really important. Like, drawing a cube in 1,000 different... Like, not 1,000, but like... Drawing a cube in different perspectives. If you can't draw a cube in a different perspective, how are you supposed to rotate something in your head, like something like more complicated like me, or like a Vtuber model, right? if you can't, like, getting used to imagining things and rotating things in your head at a basic level is important for, like, you learning how to rotate it at a more advanced level. So, we need to do black. So, if you need to do things like rotate your head, for example, start with the cube first before you start on moving to the advanced stuff. A lot of, if you ever did Pokemon Art Academy, there is like a game called Pokemon Art Academy, and one of the things is that you basically just draw Pokemon. That's the whole game. It's on the Nintendo DS, so you're drawing a little Nintendo DS pen basically, and drawing of a little Nintendo DS pen, number one, kind of sucks because it's like super tiny, and the screen is super tiny. But it does tell you at least the basics of art is basically just drawing lots of circles. I mean, lots of circles and squares. I mean, like, I'm not kidding. A lot of art is just drawing circles and squares, and like using that circle and square theory in order to, I need to make it darker, to like apply it into more complicated shapes. So another thing you probably noticed I'm bad at is that I'm not good at figuring out how dark my shadows should go. So I always do like a initial like regular layer of shadows and like just basic. But like I've seen people do the four level shading method. So first you start with the light shadows, and you do darker shadows, and you do darker and darker, and then the darkest. I'm really bad at figuring out where the darkest should go. I know where shadows should go just by like my mind and stuff. But obviously you should not use your mind. You should actually use a real reference because your mind can be not perfect. So something doesn't look right. This should be lighter, but not too light. So I need to get this to be. So the biggest problem I have with my mask, making the mask, is getting the shadow right. If you don't draw a mask right, it looks like a big flat piece of paper on your face. The whole trick, this whole mask is kind of flat actually. So the whole trick to it is just the shadowing. So in fact, that's how everything works on my model. So if you look at my neck, the cravat on my necklace part, this is just all shadowing. It's completely flat. This is all completely flat, and it's just the shadowing that gives it away. So if I look in the back, you can see how I do things like the hair and stuff, but it's all about, everything is flat. No, if you look at my model, I'm actually really, really flat. I don't have any boobage. It's just I'm comparatively flat. It's just the way the thing looks like. So everything is flat. So let me just turn that back. I can't believe Silent Vocals just came back to say that. There's only 3 people here. Silent Vocal, Sakura, and Tuning Fork, who's apparently drawing me at the same time faster than and drawing me way faster than I am drawing myself because I'm busy yapping away. I need to draw this and then make it a little darker. Also, I'm also really bad at telling if my shadows should be saturated or dark. So obviously, you could just take a multiply layer. There's multiple ways. It depends on the artist you ask. So there's like multiple ways you can do it. So every artist is different, and that's why I'm not quite sure what to use. It's up to your artistic creativity. But if you don't have your artistic creativity set in stone yet, you should probably watch someone who has a better artistic knowledge than you do and try copying them. After all, mimicry is the highest form of praise. Anyway, so I looked at someone else. So you can do things with the multiply layer, but they kind of look kind of gray out if you're not careful. So another way to do it is just, just take the complementary color, not contrasting color, opposite, what do you call the color wheel theory, whatever, and just do that. Obviously, I'm lazy, and I don't do that. I literally just take the multiply layer and do this. No, do. I want to make this slightly darker. I can't believe Silent Vocal just came back just to say that. I mean, you were not in chat for a second, and all I saw was that. Let's see. So we need to make this slightly darker. Ooh, too dark. Slightly darker here. So the biggest thing is, I'm always. My biggest thing is I'm really bad at figuring out like how to make it better. I guess my biggest hurdle right now is how do I know when it's done? Like, cause I always pretty much end it when like I'm done coloring and done lining. That's it. There's nothing else to do. But like you should like when you go back and you look at it, and you're like, I could have made that bluer. I could have made that a bit bigger. I could have made that more contrasting. So I'm always not really good at that. Or like I could put a highlights there and make it look cooler. If I have to put highlights, I just realized I need to make it look cooler. So I'm not exactly sure. Something looks wrong. What is... Oh, it's the mask. I know what's wrong. So this mask part to go... This to go here. It's to go down a little bit more in the middle. And this to go outwards here. And this to go a little bit more down. And this to go the nose. I'm looking at it sideways. Let me flip it. Maybe this part needs to go a little lower, maybe? And blend it out softer. Blend it out a little softer, and then we add it like this. Then we add... Oh, this one may be a little darker right here. And then we add something right here. I think this could be a little darker. Ah, there we go. Let me zoom out. Nope, this could be a little darker. I see. Don't forget to zoom out, guys, in your art. Oh, God. What time is it? Oh, it's already 4. Okay, so we only have 1 hour left. Because I'm gonna go watch the Gavin Battle stream. Something looks wrong. What is it? Is it the... I don't have highlights. That's what it is. So, important part of your eyes is to make sure you put highlights in eye. Otherwise, you look dead inside. Make this slightly more blue. Yeah. This here. Actually, why is this pen so tiny? Oh, we put a pen here. Oh, too much highlight. A little bit bigger. Wait, where does my highlights go? Looking at my eye. Okay, so I put it on the wrong side. It's on this side. Oops. This one here. This Gav is your boo thing. No, I use my OC. I watch him the most, I would say, out of all the VTubers I watch. Not necessarily all of his things. Like, some of his things could be very, it's not for everyone. He has a certain, definitely has a certain way of playing games. He definitely did not get stuck at the first boss of Mario Sunshine for like 5 minutes or something. Let's see. Where am I missing? Oh, this detail part. I know it's wrong. So this part needs to have coloring on the purple and the bluish part. So it needs to have slightly bluish here. I need to zoom in here. Oh, I should probably do the skin next, but I hate doing skin parts. We'll do this here. And put this here. This blue is actually part of the shading right here. Then we have to blend. I don't want it to be too prominent, so I'm gonna blend it out. The one thing I keep forgetting is the blend tool really exists, and it's really important to use. But not to overdo it. So that's part of the blue, and then we'll get the blue purple. And then we'll put this blue here. And then this one here. Get it to the side. This will look a little different from my model if you're drawing me, because I will put some little bit of embellishments that I did not put in my actual Vtuber model because of logistical reasons. I suck at drawing and I can't get the thing in the Vtuber to get to finagle it the right way. So yeah, it might look slightly different. I'll put this here. Here. There we go. And then it's slightly more detailed this way. So then I'm gonna put the little purple on this part, a little darker, right here. There we go. Mine will look kind of div too. Oh no, I am not a concept artist. I've never consulted a concept artist. I don't know how in the world they get their art to be consistent. Like, how in the world do animators get all their art to stay consistent? It takes a lot of skill. I think that, like, keep your art style consistent of someone else's art style. Like it's like you're like imagine drawing like I don't know, some like Mario or something. You're drawing Mario. How do you know keep drawing Mario in a consistent way every single time? It doesn't look slightly different. Or Pikachu, you try out Pikachu. How do you make sure Pikachu doesn't look like a different Pikachu when you draw it? So like, yeah, everything's gonna look slightly different. I will not put it past you because I will never. I'm not consistent at all. So the biggest thing between newer artists is that consistency. So if you're seeing, you know, one of those videos of like people starting an art journey for the first time, you know, PewDiePie, that was actually a really interesting video that got him really viral, like 100 days to learn art. You'll notice that one of the biggest things is that he lacks a little bit on consistency. So like he'll notice that one of his like day 16 arts was like really amazing and it's his favorite art piece, but his day 99 art doesn't always look better than his day 16 art. So I would say the biggest issue that I have and most people have is consistency. So like sometimes you'll have a really good art piece and you'll be like the lines fall into place and suddenly bang, you have the best drawing you ever had. But then you like somehow, I think PCat, another Twitch streamer who said one time, it's all about, it's kind of like art is kind of like a gacha. It's a little bit like there's sometimes if you're not like the more you get better at art, the more consistent your art will be. But like as you get better over time, your art will be more consistent. But you can still have, even if you're like not a great artist, you can still have your really good days and your real like your S rank pools as you would describe it. But on your like even if you're a really good artist, you can sometimes still have your really bad days. Okay, but so that's why like the art is somewhat of it's a thing, it's a journey. Don't be too worried too much on the results. It's all about the journey. Anyways, back to this. Also, if there's anyone new here, feel free to say hi or something. Don't be afraid to chat. I'm friendly. I don't bite, I think. I think there's 4 people here, but one of those people could just technically be me twice, because I do have it open on the second monitor. But hi. No, not you. You've been here the whole time. We literally have receipts right here. But if anyone's new here, don't be afraid to say hi. Unfortunately, I only speak English, so if you don't speak English, then it might be tough. But, yeah. I feel like my eyes don't look as yellow as my other eyes. Wait. I'm looking. I think the eyes look a bit off. I think the eyes should be oranger. And a bit brighter, perhaps? Like, right here. Me no English, sorry. No, you speak English. I just saw you speak English a minute ago. We have the receipt. Guys, you can't... I literally have the receipt. I can see all your chat. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do this. And this. I'm sorry if I look wonky. I'm turning my head sideways to see everything. This way. We don't speak English, huh? I was like, wait a minute, you guys all speak English. How are you speaking right now, huh? Now, I doubt you guys speak like people. I'm not sure. I can't speak English. Me no English. I can't speak. Me no English. You guys all speak English. You guys all speak English. Rosetta Stone. By the way, if you know what the Rosetta Stone is, it's literally just a rock. Like, I've seen it in the museum. It's literally just a rock that says, yeah, it has all these languages and stuff. It's like, it's literally a rock that has multiple languages. It's like, literally, imagine you go to Disney World and you go to a sign that says the bathroom, and it literally says the bathroom in English and like French and Japanese and Chinese and all that stuff. So the tourists can understand, and understand it's the bathroom. That's the Rosetta Stone. It's literally just an old, like, tablet thing that says all these things in different language. And the languages that we don't even speak nowadays, it was like, what was it? It had one modern day language that we still speak, and then everything else is like an old language that helps translate it. Was it like Egyptian or something? I don't know. But I was like, wait a minute. Rock? It's literally just a big rock. Okay, let's do the skin next. My least favorite thing to do. Skin is so hard. Okay, so anime characters, if you notice, have really, really pale skin. And so when you draw it sometimes, it looks a bit weird if you don't like contrasted right. I don't know. Like sometimes it looks like really pale, or sometimes it looks like really dark. Like I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. Something doesn't look right. I think I made my skin pretty. Like it's pretty pale, but it's a little bit on the slightly darker side. It's like not perfectly white. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Where does your skin go? I say this as I'm not crazy. I just can't figure out where the skin goes. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. I need to put it right here. I forgot one thing. This thing should go right. Not there. Here. Right here. There we go. There. No. It doesn't look right. Oh, I know. I'll just make it a little darker. So we make it a little bit more saturated. Then we put it right here. There we go. We just need a little bit more shadow on the bottom. Then we just need to turn it sideways. And here the shadow it is sideways. Okay, you're gonna see me rotate the canvas now. Turning the canvas. So we just need to put a little bit there. Whoever is an artist, I'm so sorry if this makes no sense. Also, if you're interested in actually hearing what I talk about stuff, go back to the beginning of the VOD. If you guys actually do have any technical questions, don't be afraid to ask them though. I do have a lot of somewhat technical knowledge for some reason on how all this stuff works. Let's see. So if you want your Vtuber model, if you theoretically want a Vtuber model, that I know how to do that. But Live 2D is a little bit of a different beast. There's a reason why it's so expensive. Number one, it's not like a professional program that you see a lot in the United States. So you're not gonna find a lot of people who know how to do it at a high level. And so and like also concept art and all that stuff. It could get more expensive. I've never figured out how people do concept. I get concept artists. I don't really go on the the social media platform. I said go on Blue Sky as to a tuning fork earlier, but I don't actually use social media that much. Like the most I do is the post schedule. I have no idea how to use it efficiently. Like the most I do is like technicals I need to know is how quantum wormhole works. Oh my god, don't get me started on quantum. How do I fast track? Guys, this is too technical of a question. If you want to get into quantum physics, I only took one quantum physics class and then I immediately dropped it because I didn't understand how quantum physics works. I was like, wait, I understand everything, but why do we need to know that? So quantum physics. Basically you have something called a qubit, and a qubit go up and it has a qubit has a polarity usually based off of the system of the Cartesian system. No, like polar coordinates. So if you know what an electron is, so the qubit can go in a positive spin, or it can go up spin or the down spin, and then it goes in different orbitals and stuff, and you calculate the probability of it ending up in an up spin or a down spin, which then allows you to compute the quantum computing. Obviously, quantum computing isn't ready to be developed for like another 20 years at least, or maybe like 50, depending on how much advancement we get. Currently, not that much advancement has been going towards it. But if you ever want to go in quantum computing, it's a field that I don't understand because it's a physics field, not computer science. It's a thing. It's a thing, definitely. Let's see. Ooh, I see. Basically, you're gonna have to wait about 20 years to fast travel in real life. That's my answer. Please don't hold me to that. Not bringing that info anyways. Yeah, I took one quantum computing class and I said no, we're never doing that again. So the answer is you're never gonna be able to fast travel for like another good 20 years. That's like the short answer at least. So we're gonna put this here. We need to put this here. Trying to get this yellow part right. It looks not right to me, but I think I'll just stop finagling it for now. No, it doesn't look right though. I'm gonna keep finagling it. I take that back. Oh no. Thinking. Something looks wrong. Brain operating the info. It's okay. I would say quantum computing was definitely the more complicated of the classes. I can actually have my notes still here if you guys are actually interested. Let's see what I have in the quantum computing. Why are you tuning fork? Oh my god, we got someone new who learns the lore of tuning fork. I'm actually curious too why it's called tuning fork. I never actually noticed what that was. So, let's see if I can find my quantum physics notes. Let's see, quantum physics. Oh, I have it right here. Quantum physics. Quantum computing. Okay. Quantum computers manipulate qubits. So instead of regular bits, they use basically qubits. Cause why not? Okay, wait. Let me just make this smaller. Why will you make cocoa coffee today? A classical bit, a binary digit, is usually 0 for 1. For programming, you don't really need the hardware or physics, but you can represent the whole number of any number, basically in base 2, aka binary, as 1s and 0s. So for example, 11010 in base 2 can represent 26. Now, obviously, the physics of hardware can expect what the software you can make. So a qubit is a superposition of 0 and 1 bit. And superposition means that it can be in multiple states, by the way. So it can be, a qubit is the superposition of ket 0 and ket 1. And it can be in multiple states. So basically, you have some scalar times some qubit, ket 0. You have some scalar times ket 0 plus some scalar times ket 1, which the scalars represent the probability amplitudes of which the norms of the magnitude sum up to the 1. So a squared plus b squared will equal 1 in the end. And blah 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 blah. It can be represented by a sphere. There we go. What am I reading? I'm reading my notes from quantum computing because someone said they want to know how to fast travel in real life. And I actually do have notes about quantum computing. And basically, quantum computing about qubit. Qubit is ket 0 or ket 1. We represent it in the polar coordinates and something called a war block. No, sorry, it's called a block sphere. A BLOCH sphere. And you can represent it in 3D. And this is where my notes die. This is where this is the funny thing. This is my notes. And after that whole thing about mentioning the sphere, all my notes just kind of like die. It's like you could tell my brain was suddenly died after that. Something about the plan was to line up one time to most certain day to so you could summon to get through. No. It's kind of like a mix of the chemistry concepts of electrons plus the physics concept of polar coordinates and math and a little bit of hardware computing and logic gates in computing. If you ever want to learn about that, do not listen to me because I am not a professional quantum computer. But also, there is quantum computers in real life which you can actually use on the cloud. Well, the only issue with number one, it's literally just like 2 companies that have it. It's like I think it's literally just IBM and not IBM or like Microsoft or something. And so if you ever want to have quantum computing at your fingertips, it's not like you're ever going to use it in real life. I don't know. There is no practical application for quantum computing at the moment. He explained to me like I was 4. You have 0 and you have 1, but it's not only 0, 1. It's the probability of superposition of 0, 1. My brain cell hurting. Well, my Zenless Zone Zero stream is not going to be any better because I'm going to explain... I don't have any math, but I will explain the concept of the whole entire game and how you calculate all the math. I couldn't understand too. I am not a great teacher for quantum computing because I myself don't understand quantum computing. How do I explain it to you guys in a more succinct and understandable way? I know. We don't like Zenless Zone Zero. Silent vocals, you can't say that. We have a Sakura here who does like Zenless Zone Zero, so you can't hurt their feelings. Hey, I can also talk about quantum computing again. Yeah, don't make me bring out the quantum computing, guys. I need to take this less saturated. We don't like a league. Why? Wait, why Zenless Zone Zero? Because I like playing Zenless Zone Zero. We don't like League. Wait a minute. Well, actually, most League players don't like League too. So you're in the same boat as most League players, in fact. It's kind of a. Have you ever heard of Schrodinger's cat? We like Balatro. Hey, wait a minute. I play other games besides Balatro and that. And what else do I have? I have Cat Goes Missing, Balatro. I don't really have anything else. Yeah, right. Don't fight, chat. Fight, chat. Don't fight. Wait, we have 4 people here. 5 people here. Me, Silent Vocals, Tuning Fork, Sakura. That's 5 people. Woohoo. And there's 5 people. Woohoo. I can count 5 out of 5. Still haven't figured out how to get more people to talk, though. I think people are scared. Chat always fight. No. Hey. If you fight, I will introduce the quantum computing on you. The quantum computing. It kind of sounds like a threat for some reason. The eyes are darker in this area because it goes in the mask. Oops, this is not correct. The quantum computing. Oh, I can pull out the rest of these nodes. So, if I take out the rest of these nodes, after the block sphere, a qubit can be represented in 3D. There's 180 degrees difference between Het 0 and Ket 1. Each angle of the sphere can represent an arbitrary point of space, aka the quantum state, using the above equations. Basically, Het plus is 1 over root 2 Het 0 plus Het 1, and negative Het is 1 over root 2 Het 0 comma negative Het 1 minus Het 1. And there's also I and negative I too. So there's gonna hit pictures. Okay, then sounds you to buy. I'll open the vent and please up. What happens if you measure a qubit? Well, you get one of 2 results at opposite points of the block sphere. For example, Het 0 and Het 1 when measuring the z direction of a block sphere is called the z basis, or the computational basis, which is the default basis that we use. If the qubit is an a Het 0 plus b Het 1, where a and b represent a scalar, a squared represents the probability of attaining Het 0, and b squared represents the probability of attaining Het 1. And we normalize the measurements to ensure that Het 0 is either in Het 0 or state or the 1 state. And it collapses from the state from superposition to one of 2 basis states, aka 0 or 1. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry, yeah. If you didn't understand the nunchucks or the fencing stuff from earlier, you're not gonna understand any of this stuff either. This is like way above anyone's pay grade to learn. That does not look right. Yeah, no, you, sorry, yeah, this is like way advanced material. You're not gonna understand a thing about this. I'm so sorry. What about this, Em? I'll make it up for you for what about talking about Vtuber Model. Are you curious about how I made my Vtuber Model? So one of the things I would like to talk about is how, like, Vtuber, by default, so Vtuber is a program you can use to make 3D anime models, like the one you see above. And basically, one of the things that is important to know about it is that the default looks kind of like, it's very obvious when you do the default. So the way to make it not look like the default is by adding things like changing the hair texture and all that stuff from the default. Let's see if we can make this better. I don't know. I know some programming stuff, but I'm not like the greatest at it. I think I want to make this slightly darker. An alien. No, okay, aliens, we can't understand her. I can understand. I can understand. I can understand. Yeah. Oh, you know what's interesting? The chat doesn't pick up certain things. I just realized if you use the @ sign, it doesn't pick up in chat. Interesting. Heh. Anyways. 6 viewer. Viewer number 6! Welcome! We are definitely not talking about... There's no only 5 viewers. I'm so sorry. On my thing, it says only 5. But whoever's the 6th viewer, welcome to say hi! I'm Seraclin. I'm definitely not talking about quantum computing, quantum physics, and time travel. It's not silent vocal on the second phone, obviously. We haven't really gone this far on our view number 6. Oh, dang it. Hi. Hello. Yeah, back to drawing. Anyways, so... No, you are lying. No, I literally only see 5 people on my thing, but it could just be YouTube, not being YouTube. I think I need to make this lighter and... Oh, I forgot to put the saddle underneath the mask. That's important. Saddle underneath the mask. And then we're gonna blend it out by putting it on the side. Time was here before with 6 viewers. Oh wait, is there really 6 viewers? Well, if viewer number 6 says hi, I will... Viewer number 6 has to say hi. I want to hear only talk about quantum computer for 1 full stream. I'm sorry, but my notes basically ends after that. Like after that, my stream... I'm sorry, not. My notes in that class basically die after that. After that. That whole thing. I was like, wait a minute. I don't have any more notes after this. I lost information. I lost, like, my brain actually died after that. Do I have anything that I can show you guys? Ooh. Oh, I found it. What about... Nope. Okay. What about... Let's see what I have in terms of quantum computing. My mind. Let's see. You know, why don't I just look up a book about quantum computing? You guys will just read that yourselves and then give you homework to do it. Write out that. You guys can have your own quantum computing to yourselves. I'm not reading this. This is like forever. Closing it. Bye. No quantum computing for me. Too complicated. Quantum computing is too complicated, but I can talk about AI and machine learning, which is a little bit more my wheelhouse. If you guys are curious about that, I do know a lot about like AI stuff, not like actual AI stuff. I mean like all that stuff. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Out of all the things you guys could have caught me on, I don't know anything about quantum computing. Oh, so one trick I learned is you can keep your shadow to be hard at the top of your shadow and then make the bottom soft. So that's another thing. So if you don't like the top of it, if you think the top of it looks too tough, you can make the bottom part soft and the top part, the top part hard and the bottom part soft. Although I don't really like using this trick too much because I'm not familiar with it too well. Ooh, I think I did too much shadow. I just want to fade it out a little bit. It's a little too saturated here. And I want to make it a little bit here. You can tell what hairstyles I'm most familiar with. I usually draw my... So every person has their default character that they always draw for when they draw things. Like for example, like you know when you're like doodling on your book and you're like, hey, I need to draw a character and stuff. It's like one of those characters. So one of those characters I usually draw is I always draw like short hair, black hair, a short hair girl. That's the short hair bob cut girl. Sometimes people will draw long hair girl. Sometimes they always draw like frogs. Sometimes they always draw guys instead. It's like you always have a default thing you always draw when you're like just doodling things. It's kind of funny. I've seen it a lot, and I don't think it's only a me thing. I think I've seen it like go around quite a bit. Let's see. We're gonna go with... I'm just moving out this saddle. What time is it? 4:20. So we have about 40 more minutes before I catch the Gavin's Battle stream. Or if he starts stream on time in the first place. Cause he's always like sometimes 10 minutes late. So it's always like, oh, he's not always gonna start on time. Okay, let's see. Who is the 5th viewer, by the way? A 5th viewer, if you want to say hello or anything, or if you're not want to say hello, you can just run away or something. I don't know. But oh, we have 60 subscribers. Someone actually subscribed. Woohoo! We're gonna do default draws. That is definitely a thing that I've seen dudes. It's like dudes will always draw something like that. it's kind of those things. It's like, oh, what are you default draw? Oh, yeah, I see. That's me. I subscribe. You didn't already subscribe? Oh no, he is doing this Super Mario Sunshine stream on time. I missed it last time. Okay, so anyways, back to this. So we've gotten the space. I'm being really slow. I'm so sorry, whoever's watching this VOD. I am so sorry. I'm moving at the speed of not quantum computing. That's me. I subscribed. You weren't subscribed before? Oh god. Oh no. Whoever's watching this, I'm so sorry. I am moving at the speed of quantum computing. I think I want to use a soft and then move here to get a nice sharper edge. No, but I was unsub and resub because I love these channel. Press the subscribe button 3 times. No, yeah, sometimes for some reason YouTube, I know YouTube has a thing where it might unsubscribe you. You know, yeah, I subbed 2 times. No, it actually, the number went up. So you guys, if you did that, it would never go down and go up. I pressed the subscribe button. Guys, stop it. You're throwing me off. My statistics. No. Let me get this mouth. We're gonna move on to the mouth now. I think I just use a regular pen. What color is your mouth? It's red. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna choose a red color. I was like, wait, I can just look at my mouth normally without having. Okay. This can't be the most accurate way. I subbed 2 times. I think we actually did get more subs. It ran up from last time I checked it was 55. Now we're at 60. So someone did sub. It might have not been someone with their sub account, but we never know. We might have gotten someone. Woohoo! This mouth is really red. Let me just figure out how I'm gonna draw this. I'm so sorry. This became a coloring stream instead of a drawing stream. And also, no one has been talking about concept art. We've only been talking about quantum computing. I can talk about AI and convolutional neural networks if you guys are interested in that. You guys like convolutional neural networks? AKA CNNs? You have no idea what I'm talking about? I mean, might have scared away M. What concept art you want? What? Oh, yeah, I am not a concept artist. So if you see my earlier concept arts in my earlier parts of this stream, I don't actually know how to concept art pretty well. You know, concept art, I always thought it was like something that wasn't like, you know, you would think concept art isn't that hard, right? Or maybe you do think it's hard. It depends. But for me, at least, concept art is pretty... Oh, hi, Em. I didn't mean anything, Em. I'm so sorry. But no, oh yeah, you missed the earlier part of the stream where, about the concept art. If you're curious, Em, I can show you some of my early concepts. But one of the earlier concepts had glasses, or shades. But obviously, if I put a mask, you can't put a shade on top of a mask. It looks kind of goofy. But you can just rewind the stream after it's done to see it. Because I think I buried it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Well, anyway, so... No, like, concept art is pretty hard, I think, in my opinion. Like, you think it'd be pretty easy. Or, like, but you go through many prototypes, you don't know what your boss wants, kind of thing. Or, actually, that's his regular programming thing. I was like, so, I imagine, what is happening? I don't have a lore. I didn't have any lore. I'm a little bit, I'm not a creative writing type, so I don't have much lore stuff going on. Let's go lower the saturation a little bit, and we'll pick the tongue here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not a big lore person. I would say I do like lore in games. I'm not good at coming up with lore. I'm also not very good at coming up with a concept art, I would say, in my opinion. So I'm not a concept artist. I've never done art professionally. What? No. I'm so sorry. No. My lore, let's see. Oh! See the type this time. I want to see the wars of destruction type. No! No. I would say I'm more of the scholarly type. I would say. My other lore besides, so my first lore was gonna be either wit, or phantom thief, or fortune teller. Oh, one of the lore things I thought about was a dragon. That was one of the things. I thought about doing a dragon thing, because you can do horns or dragon. But then mask does not make as much sense. So dragons, horns, all that stuff. That was one of them. I don't know how we got into this topic, actually. What are the other ones? What was the other one? Let's see. Fortune teller, dragons. That's basically it. I still don't know who viewer number 5 is, but I think it's literally just M. Anyways, so back to this. I think I made the teeth too dark. Oh, I know what's wrong. I made the teeth too wrong pen. I don't like drawing teeth. Do. Wait, will Sakura said ignore? No, there is no lore. I have no lore. Maybe what lore? I often write fanfictions of stories after all. Ha 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 ha. Sakura, isn't it like 4 a.m. for you right now? Are you sleep deprived? Do we need to get you some bed? Hot cocoa? I'm so sorry, but like Sakura is like 12 hours ahead of us, so it's currently 4 a.m. for us. That means basically they're running on, I don't know how they're alive right now. Wait, didn't you say you were a med student? I don't know if I want to have the teeth. I think I just might have the teeth not in here. Let's see, we'll put this like this maybe, because the thing is see-through. I don't know how I feel about those teeth. Those teeth might go away. Let's see. Let's do my least second favorite part now. The hair. Oh my god. My hair took forever to make in B-Void. I suck at making hair. Watching OC sleep time. Yes, I'm a med student. Yes, I don't know how you're a med student. Also, staying up at night and staying up and watch. How are you? How are you staying up right now, watching me at 4 a.m. and watching your OC at the same time as a med student? I don't know how you're alive. I would say, I would like, at some point, won't you die? I'm so confused. I feel like, I feel like being a med student is a lot of work. Let's see, this color of my hair. What color is my hair? Black. Blue. Okay, fun fact. So, not so fun fact. I hate coloring. I like coloring my hair dark, usually. And like, I mean, in painting stuff. But like, the thing is that black hair, you can't really just make pure black. It's always like bluish, grayish, brownish, yellow. It has some color to it. You can't just make it pure black, or else it just appears as nothing. So, let's see. What am I feel like something's wrong here. So if you actually look inside, the inner part of my hair is actually blue. So the way Vtuber works is like a triangle. I have class in 3 hours too. Yeah, Sakura's about to die soon. And so basically, if you look in the way Vtuber hair works, it's literally just a PNG which you color. And you like it's literally just a rectangular PNG that you color, and it has 3 sides to it because it's like a triangle, right? Or a diamond, depending on how you render it. So it's a triangle in but it's flat when you draw on it. And when you look at it, you can see, why do you think he became a med student? I guess to support his OC with no sleep. But, because he could do... Is that what? So you can prescribe the drugs. That's why he became a med student. No. So you can actually look at the inside of my hair is blue, while the outside is black. But if you want to actually see, and let me see if I can find it. So you can see one of my textures that I made for it. The texture of my hair actually looks like this. It's kind of really dumb. It looks like, let's see if I can find it. Oh! I forgot this inspiration. One of the other inspirations I have you guys ever played Shadowverse? There's a character called Militeo. Militeo? Yeah, Milteo. It's the Arcana. So one of my other contests was Arcana theme. Like, if you know what tarot cards are, I'm not pronouncing that right, I don't know. Tarot cards. You know, like in Persona 5, they have like the social links that are based off Arcana. So I thought about doing like different types of tarot cards as one of my themings. But I don't think that ever happened. So my hair strands are like, literally looks like this. So I have one hair strand here. Like, so it's 3 hairs, there's 3 parts to it. So yours like 1, 2, and 3. So it would be like, this would be number 2. And then you would have number 3. And then there'd be number 1. So where's number 1? I don't really know. It's somewhere here. This is number 1. So this is how I do my hair strands. So I would split them up into 3 different. Arcana, which the meaning of revealing. I don't know my Arcanas off the top of my head. I don't know which Arcana I would have done though. Ooh, wait a minute. I forgot to color this part in. Okay, time to focus coloring mode. This is why we put... If you noticed earlier, I put a layer mask around everything. And then I put everything in the folder. So then that means that everything in the folder will then have the layer mask applied to it. Which means if I can draw outside the line. So if you see me draw, I can take it here and it won't go out the line. I don't know what is a Fetty Wap. I am old. You're gonna have to be like, I'm old. I do not know what that is. Okay, guys, you're gonna be very surprised, but there's actually meaning about memes. Okay, if you look at the Wikipedia page for memes, so one time I looked up at the Wikipedia page of memes. I'm like, what's a meme, right? 1730. I'm not that old. Not that old. No, so I looked up, okay, so if you look at the Wikipedia page for memes, there's actually some meaning to it. No thank you. So anyway, so, the Wikipedia page for memes. So memes were made by a sociologist, by the way. I forgot the name of said I'm not 1,000 years old. How, guys? I'm not that old. Okay. Okay. The word meme itself is the idea, behavior, or style that spreads by means of imitation from person to person with a culture and often carries a symbolic meaning representing a particular phenomenon of theme. A meme acts as a unit for carrying cultural ideas and can be transmitted from one mind to another, similar to the culturally analogous to genes in that they self-replicate, mutate, and respond to selective pressures. And also, it's a neologism made by some guy named Richard Dawkins. There we go. Wait a minute. That's the whole lore? There is a whole lore. What are you guys saying? Okay. I don't know. I think... Okay, so Sakura, your iPad is hot on one side because probably where the battery is. And the processing unit or something. The heating element for the battery or something. While the other side does not have that. Anyways, I'm talking about what a meme is. So a meme was described as something as basically the social equivalent of a gene. If you don't know what a gene is, go look up what you mean biology. Biology stuff. So I'm assuming you at least have basic biology stuff. So basically, so genes, the word for gene, memes came from the word similar to genes. Like, you know, biological genes. And basically, I just described the exact meaning. It's like a way of cultural ideas and symbolic meanings that can traverse from one person to another, similar to a gene. And that they can self-replicate and mutate, and all that stuff. So it actually does apply to real life. So for example, if you have a meme, some memes are pressured, are able to be like in the pressure of the environment, aka the internet, versus other memes that don't survive the pressures of being on the internet. Oh, wait, I just realized something. There's like a little gap right here. There should be skin on this side. And then this one should go here. So let me just fix this. Light color. And right here. And so, if you know the Monsoon line, he always said, memes, the DNA of the soul. A VTuber is a virtual YouTuber. What's a VTuber? No! You've been here the whole time and you realized you didn't know what a VTuber was? Oh, I'm so sorry. So VTuber stands for virtual YouTuber. Often they use a model. Right now I'm using a 3D. I use a 3D model. Other people might use a 2D model. 2D models often are either PNGs or Live 2D models. Live 2D is a program. Wait, there's 6 people here. Wow. Yeah, 6 people. The 6th person's new, by the way. Okay. And so basically I use a Vtuber model. Vtuber, if you're curious, I'm a noob. It's a noob. If you're curious about how to make one, I talked about it earlier in this video. I can repeat it quickly before I forget. Basically, VTubers, Vwood is a model making tool, which Vwood is a model making tool that's free. You can get it on Steam. It's made by a company called Pixev. It's also the company that it's like a image hosting site for like artists, usually Japanese artists. Basically, the way I made my viewer model for basically free. There's if you're not a good artist though, I mean you can tell when something's by default the default viewer setting. So if you're not a good, you can edit the model obviously to how you want it. But if you're not a good artist, it's better to just like, I don't know. You can look up other people's works and see if they will let you use it, hire someone else to use it, or something like that. But anyways, I would say Vwood is a good starting place to start out. If you're new to VTubing and you just want to make a model real quick, it's not too hard. But I list out what I used in the description. So I use Clip Studio Paint for drawing, obviously. It makes it easy. It's not too complicated. It's a single purchase program, unlike Photoshop. But you could also use Krita or any other drawing program like Paint Tool Sci. I saw mentioned in chat earlier. One of the other things that would help is that you need a streaming program like Varudo or VC Face. I use Varudo, but VC Face is more beginner friendly. And then you need a tracking program. I use iPhone with iFacial mocap, but you can also use VTube Studio with a third party like VC Face. And just make sure you're on the same IP address and all that stuff. Anyways, so that would be the easiest way. You don't have to use iFacial mocap because it costs money. But you can, and also, oh, one last thing I use is Honda Tools, which adds ARKit blend shapes, which allows me to be more expressive. Which I never use any expressions or anything. Like I can stick out my tongue. That's it. That's one of the big ones. Not everyone can stick out their tongues. Ha 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 ha. It's a very useless thing. I never stick out my tongue, so you're never ever gonna see it. Silent Vocals is on a different plane of existence, so you can ignore most of his suggestions. I think he sometimes makes sense. I have no idea though. He's a little bit on a different plane of existence here. Anyway, so back to this. So we're gonna undo. We're gonna make sure we get to put the blue parts here, and then we need to put the blue parts here. I'm normal. Someone bring up the chat of Silent Vocals. You're the rear one. Someone bring up the chat where Silent Vocals talks about his favorite anime. Yeah, that's my only reference for you guys. There you go. Anyways, not like us. Oh my god! So my mom recently watched the Grammys. I told her you're not gonna like any of the music. I'm not an alien. I'm not an alien. My concept is not an alien. Not like you, to be exact. So no, my mom one time was watching the Grammys recently, and she was trying to figure out what in the world was happening because she hasn't watched her. Okay, for reference, my mom's music taste is like back in the 1980s or something, 1980s, 1970s, 1990s. So she is like not caught up to any music within the last 20 years of like the 2000s. So she's like listening to the Grammys and she's like, what, run the Grammys? Like, what is this? She's like, what is this Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us? And then she's like so confused because she's never heard rap. She doesn't listen to rap music. Hello, Atomic. You're gonna be I can maybe go a little bit longer, but you're getting about the tail end of the stream. You missed. You can rewind the. You can't. Well, wait. Can you rewind on YouTube? I showed up all my concept art in the beginning of the stream, but so we're just talking about the Grammys, and my mom's concept of music is like, what in the world are kids listening to these days? She sounds like, I was like, you sound really old when you say that. I told her. She's like, am I getting old? She said, and I'm like, yes. And she's like, what in the world is happening in kids these days in music? Atomic. We got the whole gang here, I think. I need a better name for you guys. Time for coloring hair. Oh god, I hate coloring hair. I am not a professional artist, by the way. I suck at drawing hair. I hate drawing hair. Oh no, I admit it wrong. This way needs to go away. Okay, undo. Got it again. There we go. Here we go again. I'm gonna start from the top, so we need to get it to the little bit. I suck at drawing hair. So the way to draw hair is like, you think about it in clumps and saves. So you don't think about drawing every single hair strand, you think about drawing it in like clumps and saves. Which, I'm not exactly great at abstracting things. So a lot of art, if you're not doing hyper-real, like even hyper-realistic art actually, you're just drawing big clumps of saves. I'm gonna make this slightly softer in the hardness. I can't even talk, there's blood all on my mouth, but we made it. Atomic, are we okay here? Oh wait, I forgot! You're in a surgery! You're in a surgery! No, Atomic, I forgot! How are you here? Are you alive? How? Wait a minute. If I recall correctly, they finished it! If anyone is confused, the person here, Atomic, mentioned yesterday he was gonna be stuck in surgery. This was a light one. But how light surgery is it? Was it a wisdom teeth extraction? Now that I think about it, you mentioned blood. I know wisdom teeth kind of don't hurt because they put you on anesthesia, but you do basically knocked out. But if it's a different mouth surgery, then I don't know. Are you okay now, Tommy? Are you okay? Yeah, I forgot to ask you that. How are you? Are you okay? You don't have to. You can go rest. You have the bod. I have the. I'll keep the bod. I don't think I show anything. I need to leave. You okay? Oh no, they're not responding right away. Are you okay? Let's see. Let me get this hair part. By the way, I suck at drawing hair. It was a wisdom teeth plus cutting open my jaw that moves I raised tooth that grew upside down. Yeah, yeah. My tablet's so hard to play ZZZ. Oh, you play on your tablet? Oh, I play my phone. So tablet, I guess, more screen real estate. I feel like it would be a better experience than whatever I'm doing right now on my phone. Oh yeah, tomorrow's stream, by the way, is Zenless Zone Zero. I will try to explain everything that's going on, but it's also going to be a lot of watching me just play Bizarre Brigade for like the entire stream. That'd be so funny. I start with Zenless Zone Zero, and then I start playing it, and like, just be like Bizarre Brigade, guys. By the way, the Bizarre Brigade is like an arcade mode, so there is an arcade mode in Zenless Zone Zero, and it's kind of fun. It's actually it's like a Vampire Survivor basically. It's really fun. I actually recommend it just to get it for that. I mean, it's also a really good story. I would say Zenless Zone Zero definitely has one of the better stories in the MiHoYo games. I've won too much big game already. Genshin, sorry. Yeah, I have Ruttering Waves, Genshin Impact, 2 open world games that take up so much space. Zenless Zone Zero, another game that takes up a lot of space. Honkai Star Rail, another game that takes up a lot of space. Plus, lastly, we have what do we have? Pokemon. Why does Pokemon TCG take up so much space? But anyway, so yeah, playing gacha games, open world gacha games at least, with high quality graphics, a little bit too much stuff for your phone to fit all at once. Unless you get really big phone space, but like my phone space is like about average. It's not the biggest, but it's not the smallest. I think I forgot to put blue on one spot here. I keep forgetting to put things color right. Color. Coloring is my least favorite part of doing hair. Am I forgetting something? I have 6 games of 20 to 30 gigabytes, not counting 10 gigabyte games either. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I'll talk more about Honkai Star Rail on later stream. I mean, Not this stream, but the other stream. Maybe just so I don't clog this one up to whoever's viewing it. But if we get any new viewers at the same time, nope, there's only 4 viewers. If anyone likes what they see, feel free to subscribe or something. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Glad I could make it. Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, before I can end, because I'm going to catch this Gaps Battle stream soon, I can show you some of my concept art. So one of the concept arts that we have is I think I can find it. One of the concept arts I have here. So I'm not doing a 17-hour stream. Okay, so this is one of the streams one of the beginning things I was gonna do for my concept art. I can't draw feet. Ignore the feet. You don't see any of my feet. So this is like the earlier concept. It's always gonna have short hair. Maybe always gonna have like some kind of mask or facial element plus the type of like horns. This one doesn't have the horns, but I was always leaning towards a gold and blue purple color with a slightly star motif to it. So I was like, the first thing was like fortune teller theme, and we had Sage in this one, but not doing Sage here. So if you're actually curious if I'm in full model, so here's my full model. You can actually see the thing. I have wings on the sides, for free. 24. Yeah. So if you need a reference for my model, this is what it looks like from the side. So I actually do have. I'm wearing gloves. I wear shorts. I have I have wings that go around in the front and the back. Let's see if I can find the other ones. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3. But this is one of the ones from the front. So you can see that I have, like, I still keep the vest theme right here. But I like gold accents with blue, purple. Pink it too. But I was thinking I should have made these a little bit more pinkish. Like, these are a little bit more, these are a little bit more pinkish red. I should have made them, I think they're a little bit too pinkish purple. I think I should make it more pinkish red. So I have shorts, by the way. I'm relatively flat. I don't have that much boobage. And then I have a cravat. I really like cravats. They're fun. I have a little gem right here if you're not familiar with it. Jeremiah. Who in the world is Jeremiah? See, if you look, my model's really pixelated when I take a picture of it with the program. So that's why I'm drawing a profile picture, because when I take my current profile picture on YouTube is basically the picture, a screenshot of my model. But when I zoom out on it, this is what it looks like. So obviously, I don't want this pixelated thing as my YouTube picture. So I'm just trying to draw something else. Jeremiah from Kogias. Oh, that's Jeremiah. Yeah, my concept, I told you earlier, my concept for this was actually veneer from Konosuba. So I mixed with Farina. So I like Victorian style, Victorian Ouija print style, if you're not familiar with that concept of sub-style. So, and basically Venetian mask. So if you like, the Colombina mask from the Venetian Carnival, that's what I'm like. So Rinascita basically in Red Ring Raid is my that came out right when my model was finished. So I was like, wait, the whole concept of what my favorite type of concept is. How convenient. But I love mask concepts, and I love like Venetian, like mysterious Carnival themes, basically. So I'm not exactly the most talented artist, so I couldn't get exactly how I wanted it to. Like, for example, it's just slightly uneven in the back, but you'll never see it, but it was okay. I know it's this is like the wings. So if you've seen like League of Legends, I aspire to do this. So I thought about putting the wings on the back, but the problem is if you put it in the back, you wouldn't really see it, number one. And well, I guess you don't see it anymore, but they would stick out from the sides if I put them on my shoulders, or you would like it would stick out on my shoulders. And it would cover up the screen. So I didn't want to cover up the screen, but I still wanted to keep the demon thing going. So I put the rings on the back, like a skirt, basically. So I wasn't sure. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to do a skirt or a short. So I did a skirt and a short, technically. So it's both of them at once, technically. I wasn't sure if I did want to make it longer. I did want to make it a lot longer to go on the back. So if you saw one of my other drawings, it drapes all the way down in the back. But Miroy doesn't really support really long things that go down to your feet. It won't drape it won't drape how you think it would drape. It kind of like sticks to your leg like a pants. So it doesn't look that good. So that's why I kept it like this. So I'll just close that out. If anyone's trying to draw fan art, feel free to at me at Blue Sky. I don't have anything you could I don't know if you're gonna post it or anything. Tuning Fork. But if you need concept art, here it is. Here's your reference. Yeah, reference. Woohoo. I am not a concept artist. R18 fan art. Keep your fan art PG-13, please. I do not want to get banned. Please don't ban me. No. So I'm not too, I'm not great at concept art. You'll see all those concept artists on Twitter and stuff that are really, really talented. I am not one of those people. What's R18? How old are you? And that, if your age is 18 or not, that means that's R18. If you're over 18, you'll know what it is. If you're below 18, you should not know what it is. I'm just doing a heads up piece. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, it's a... What's R? Rated. Like, rated 18? Like, have you ever seen a like PG-13, R18? It's like the movie ratings for kids and stuff. And I'm not gonna say anything about your age. It took me 2 hours for 70%. Oh, it's not too bad. I am slow. I'm yapping. I am like not focusing. So I would probably should not yap and focus and all this at the same time. Ina play League of Legends. Let's go. No! Ina's playing League of Legends. I never tried. Wait, Sakura, is there a Gigi involved here or something? Is there a Gigi? Is there a Gigi? Is there a Gigi involved in this? Is there a certain orange person involved in this for League of Legends Day? League gang. League gang. Wait a minute, I'm missing something. Something got deleted. Ooh, I know what happened. This should have been blue. What am I doing? Gigi, Ina, Narissa, Bebo, or Yofi. Of course, Gigi is involved! If you guys don't know, Gigi is the biggest League of Legends player in Hololive. She's been trying to get... I know she's been trying to get Callie into playing League of Legends. Same with Narissa and Ina. Oh no, she got Ina into it. No, Bebo. She got Bebo into it. And Yofi! Okay, no, Yofi, you can see it. But no, Bebo. Bebo, no! I wonder what characters they're gonna play. Actually, I don't know what Narissa play. What lanes do they play? But for Ina used to play LOL, so see the pro edit too. Considering that Ina is Korean, I'm pretty sure most Korean people have seen League of Legends sometime in their life. It's like a thing, and I'm pretty sure it's a thing. Let's see. I need to fix this. Can you tell me what roles they're playing? Wait, I'm curious. Is there a picture of what roles they're playing? I'm curious what lanes they're playing. My hair. Something doesn't look right about my hair. Something doesn't look right. I know! I forgot the highlight. I don't know, when I watched... Okay, I think... Was Gigi a top laner main? She was a Teemo main, right? So she plays top then, right? Narissa, is he a jungle? That must mean Bebo or Ina is mid. What do you have the hair on? You have purple spot, but not on painting. Oh, I forgot the highlights. Oh, dang it. That's what it was. That was the other thing. Well, no, I haven't gotten to it yet. No, I've been busy. I was trying to figure out what was missing from the base layer. Oh, yeah, no, you're probably referring to the highlights part. I haven't put the highlights on. That's supposed to be highlights, technically. It's hard to explain how highlights work in Vroid. It's a separate thingamajig, but it doesn't look exactly how you would think it would look. I need to make this a bit lighter, and then we'll put this and make it bluer. Oh, we'll add some blue. I forgot. I can add some blue to this. So we'll put the thing here. The saddles are a bit... I love Rise and... No, Rise and Legends Never Die. Legends Never Die! Okay, no, we can't stop it. Okay, anyways. That one got memed so much. There's so many memes about that. I need to put some blue on. I think my shadows look a little bit drab right now, so I'm gonna put a little blue on them. So I'm gonna put a little blue there, a little blue here. Okay, wait. Now I have to blend them. How am I gonna blend it? Okay, so I'm gonna put some blue here, and I'm gonna blend it on the side here. Actually, wait, no. I need to add one more layer of darkened parts of my hair. So let me just add a little... Okay, I have to speed run this. Hello, I'm gonna be extremely honest. I hate highlighting. Hello, what does your name say? Giorno Giovanna, aka Jojo. No, I'm so sorry. Hello there, new person. I hate highlighting too. No, on VWood, the problem with highlighting is that highlights are a separate thing, layer. So I can't exactly see how it looks on the hair. So it always ends up looking... Yes, it's JoJo. Can I be number 7? No, Sound of Vocals, you already said you're going to be number 4. You can't be number 6 and 4 at the same time. Anyways, or 7. Thank you, JoJo. Is that a JoJo? I'm assuming you've seen JoJo. Or I'm assuming... Wait. There's no way you name yourself JoJo and you haven't seen JoJo. That can't be true. Anyways, my name is Seraclin, by the way. I'm a masquerade demon VTuber. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow's stream is Endless Zone 0 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I usually end at 5 p.m. because Gavis Battle... This will not be a JoJo reference. Dang it! I've already seen part 6 of JoJo, by the way. I mean, I've seen all the anime. I haven't read the manga at all. I don't want to get spoiled when the anime comes out. Because I know there isn't really a big plot, but like still, I gotta appreciate the music and stuff. But I do talk about my JoJo preferences in other streams, but I don't know where in the world that is. But basically, feel free to like and subscribe and stuff. I will be doing more streams, kind of. But I do respect the JoJo fandom. They're pretty good. And I might have to end at 5 because I think there's a Mario Sunshine stream made by Gavis Battle going on very soon. And last time, he got stuck in a hole for 5 minutes and it was really funny. Okay, so I'm almost done highlighting. I'm almost done blending. Okay, no. Blending. Blend. I suck at shading, by the way. I don't know where your hair shades make any sense. Okay, because like, if you look at my model, my hair shading makes absolutely no sense at all on how it works. It's just that I basically made one material and I got lazy and I didn't make another material. That's what happened. Theoretically, you should make more materials. Oh, I got it. And you can make more materials in Vvoid. So the model software I use is Vvoid, but you can use other programs. But Vvoid is probably the easiest for beginners and just like getting started and stuff. If you know Blender, you could probably do more complicated stuff. But honestly, I don't know Blender, so I can't tell you about that. If you have any questions about technical questions before I leave, I can tell you about how I made my model, or you could just rerun this whole stream from the beginning. But honestly, I don't think you're probably going to do that. So, yeah, I would say out of all my favorite JoJo was part 4. Okay, my JoJo range, I like the even number ones more than the odd number ones. It's very weird. So I like 4, 2, 6, 3, 5, 1. That's my ranking in terms of the anime only. Well, 1 is obviously everyone makes 1 the lowest, but 2, I would say 4 is my favorite because it feels like a small town mystery kind of thing. I like that kind of feeling. It feels very unlike the previous JoJo, which is like 3 was kind of like, it got too long. It kind of felt like episodic villain of the week kind of thing, and I'm fine with that. But like when you're binge watching it, it feels kind of like samey the whole time. If I had to describe it. What's JoJo? So 6 is fun. I like the prison concept. 5 had a good premise with the mafia being Dio's son, but I think it went really off the rails in the final battle. If you've seen it, and I don't know. I kind of like I was like I wasn't sold. Okay. And like also it's like I guess it's okay. It's not terrible. Part 3 has like Jotaro. Jotaro is pretty funny, and like the more like Jotaro is like super serious, but then like you see him in part 6 and he's like in Florida, and so like then you can't take him seriously anymore. We're like, who becomes a marine biologist and travels to Florida? And like alligators and stuff. One of the other ones was, what was it? Let me check if it's multiply layer. Too dark. No. Anyways, wait, what time is it? It's 4:58? Wait. 1, 2, 3. No! Okay, but anyways, I have 5 more minutes. I have 2 more... Wait, what time is it? I have 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes until I have to leave. So, I have time. But if anyone has any last-minute burning questions, get them out now. Because I will not be here. I'll be here tomorrow. Actually, wait, tomorrow... Javis Battle isn't streaming anything tomorrow. So, actually, I might be able to stay a little longer. With... What was it tomorrow? Zenless Zone 0? Yeah, wait. Hey, what is the schedule? W stream. Oh, no. Tomorrow's a Rot-along stream. No, we're fine. Yeah, I'm... So... Wait, yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, so tomorrow can go longer. But today, I'm gonna be a little bit short. Oh, no. I know, okay. So, yeah, if you're curious about anything, get out your questions now before forever hold your peace. Because this drawing stream is only gonna be up. I mean, it's gonna... Well, I mean, it'll still be off. But I'm just mean, like... You can't ask anything after, like, you know, it closes and stuff. So... See you later. It was funny to listen to you talk about unrelated topics stream for like an hour. Oh, thank you, Italian Smoke. If you like what you saw, feel make sure... I did talk about things in the related inning, and then I ran out of topics because I did talk about all of them, and then I, yes, got distracted. And yeah, if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe and like and subscribe. Yeah, Atomic, like and subscribe. It does help a lot for me, actually. I think it does analytic-wise. It really helps. And yeah, so I'll be going now. We're almost done with this drawing. I might finish it in another one. But paint none of us will be drinking paint. Do not drink paint. And ignore anyone who tells you to drink paint. I'm gonna... Actually, wait. He's playing Super Mario Sunshine. Isn't that all about drinking paint? Okay, never mind. I'm leaving now. Make sure to like, subscribe. My name is Seraclin, a masquerade demon VTuber. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow me on Blue Sky, and look at my post for updates and stuff. And schedules. Yeah, bye!